Cool story.
All right, we ready then?
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
We gonna who wants to lead us in?
Who wants to introduce penguins? Feel
I mean, you guys know them better than I do, so you guys can do that. But I'm talking an intro here, man. I'm talking about getting us hyped.
All right,
Carpool, you
I am a
always do
little
it
bit
best,
nervous.
but-
I am a little bit nervous because this is the first very special episode of the Wundercast, episode 10,
Yeah.
by the way, where we're not just with, the normal three of us. We also have our first special guest because Carpool is considered a
Yes.
co-host. We have our first special guest on the show. I'm super excited. I'm super excited. I'm so glad that I got on these guys' butts on getting special guests in here because it's more fun. It's so much
Hey, it
more
was
fun.
gonna happen. We talked about it. It was
But-
in the makings.
Hi there, About Six Penguins. Welcome, lad. How are you
Greetings.
doing? How you doing?
I'm
Welcome to the
fine.
cast. Yeah, so today we are talking about the brand new map that came out actually now about a week
2 weeks ago?
By the time you get to this video,
About a
maybe
week ago,
a little
week
bit
ago.
more than that. But still, we are talking about that Citadelle Des Morts. And my goodness, I absolutely love that map. Everything I wanted, they gave it to me, man. That's what I wanted. I didn't want any more facilities. I wanted mysticism. I wanted a cool atmosphere, and man, they brought it, and I'm so happy about
absolutely
that.
delivered. Let me know if you guys agree. Best map since Ancient Evil, easily for me.
Now
I
you're
fully
loud.
agree with that.
Yeah. No protest here. No.
I'm gonna be honest with
literally,
you.
I've been so addicted to the map, I haven't even speedrun it yet.
Really?
I haven't even I've just been playing it.
So
It's
It
fun.
has just been fun.
Do
Yeah.
you only start speedrunning when you're like super bored with the map? Is that what you're saying?
So, okay,
Oh,
now I know how this sounds, but no.
Oh, get in the dirt.
I've been enjoying playing it just to play it, not like
Oh, I
speedrun
get
it.
that. Yeah,
You know what I
get that.
mean? I've not really been. I mean, there's other reasons, more involved reasons that we'll get into in a bit here. Why I haven't like gotten into the speedrun yet, but yeah, pretty much.
Oh man, he's just loving that Liberty Falls too much. That's why.
That Liberty Falls grind, bro.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Dude, my playtime in the game
misses
is
the
so fucking
banglers.
funny. It's like I have like 30 hours on Terminus. I think like excluding
Nice.
AFK, I think it's pretty similar on Citadel. And then Liberty is like fucking 10 days of playtime because of the Nebula grind.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Liberty is the
Yup.
best for just like unlocking all your stuff, just going rounds. I find because it's got the nicest trainable areas, so I definitely feel that. But
Yeah, the
Yeah,
only thing
I-
that sucks about Liberty is no parasites. That's the only thing that sucks.
Yeah, but now
On-
you can
on
play
Liberty?
Citadel Day more.
True. You can now play
There's
Citadel,
a-
and we have doppelgasts. We have doppelgasts.
Yeah.
For the
Have you
opal
seen
No
the
more
grinders.
anglers.
transformation?
No more
No more
manglers.
anglers.
Oh, don't
I-
say that,
dude.
Treyarch's
I was
listening. They're
bro.
gonna be like,
I was
"Nah, they
talking to
want
Not
manglers."
Lad on. I think it was either a previous podcast episode or it wasn't even on a podcast episode at all. Where
Who?
just the
Sorry?
transformation, You
It's
can
not
edit that.
happening.
It's fine.
It's not happening.
Narcotics, yeah.
Dude, I gotta edit every time he gets my name wrong. I have to do so.
Editor,
Did you
cut
watch
this-
the last podcast episode? I had to edit out every single time you said the wrong name, man.
Okay, why don't
You
you
gave
bleep
So much editing.
But yeah, no. So the doppelgast, I just find that they added that entity into the game so interesting because I know it's not
Oh, I
like
love it.
realistically possible for this to happen, but theoretically, if it were to happen, you could have a zombie and then it transforms into a vermin. Sorry, and then the vermin gestates into a parasite. The parasite bites another zombie's head off and turns them into a doppelgast. And then the doppelgast eats another zombie or
into a
something,
mangler.
and it turns into an amalgam. Like, all
It
of those
absorbs
steps of
multiples,
evolution
actually.
are actual real things that can happen in the game, but they just can't happen all at the same time. I don't think they can happen like a zombie evolves from a zombie to an amalgam. I just find that
You'd
so
have to
Yeah,
keep
I
interesting.
think
them
they're
alive
capped
for
at
a
one
while,
transformation per enemy.
Yeah.
Because I haven't seen a parasite from a zombie turn into a doppelgast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
But yeah, the animation for the doppelgast turning into a mangler is super cool. It stops for a moment,
Huh?
all the zombies around it
Wait,
get sucked
what?
in.
Wait.
Abomination.
What?
And both of you are wrong.
Wait,
Amalgam.
a doppelcast
Amalgam,
transforming
sorry.
into a mangler?
I also said the wrong.
Sorry.
Wait, Anabonish?
I got manglers on the mind, man.
Dude,
I
listen,
seen
listen,
too many manglers.
I got PTSD, man. I got PTSD.
He's got
I've
PTSD.
killed,
Sorry,
I've
my
killed
bad,
like
my bad.
700 of those fucking things, man.
It was in the recent update. Didn't you see it, man? Oh, that would suck.
Oh boy.
But no, the amalgam.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
yeah,
my
the
bad.
amalgam.
It's a really cool animation. I think it takes 3 zombies at a time and sucks them in. And it shows like this whole animation of it just doing that. It's super cool to witness. But when you get that amalgam then, that sucks.
I saw that on day 1, but I don't think I've let them transform since then.
Yeah, definitely not.
That's a good
Nah,
move,
you
yeah.
just kill them because
Absolutely
Lightmend
terrifying.
absolutely fries doppelgasts. So
I love Lightmend. Lightmend, my beloved.
I love Lightman. Literally kills the scariest enemy on the entire map and also heals you. Like,
And
Well, you can
heals
run
you.
Lightmend for Doppelgast and then the Lightning Incantation for Amalgams.
for
Yeah.
Dude, I love the lightning sword. That baby does little to no damage, and I love it.
Apparently, you can use it really well on amalgams, but I
can
don't know how
also
to
get it
use
to
them
break
well
a
on the
ray gun, too.
amalgams.
I showed
yeah, I heard
Whistle
about that.
like video proof that you could use it on Amalgams.
Yeah,
And it actually
I
did
don't know
damage,
if
like,
it's like an Etherella type thing where you got to move your mouse and you got to like hit the target with
them
the
heads,
beam
yeah.
multiple times, or if it's just like you keep it on the same target and it's a laser. I don't know.
How I usually like insta kill Amalgams with it. I let like 1 or 2 zombies stand near it, and then it like chains back and forth between them all and absolutely cooks the Amalgam.
That's okay.
I'm
okay.
pretty sure that's how it works. Because if there's just the Amalgam, usually it doesn't work. So that's what I think happens. But if there's like 1 or 2 zombies nearby, it'll absolutely fry it.
Gotcha. Okay. So kind of like pulls
I guess that
in
makes
like
I'd have to
like
look at the clip
current.
again.
It
but-
pulls in current from like the other surrounding zombies. That's actually weird. That's weird.
I guess I never tried that. I'd have to give that a
I
shot.
mean,
I'll give it a try.
it
next
does
time I
make
jump in.
sense that it's supposed to be able to kill the amalgams fast, because I mean, after all, they're weak to dead wire. Well, and Shadow Rift,
Well,
but
yeah.
you know,
Shadow Rift.
yeah, and Shadow Rift. Bro,
Well,
what would
dude,
you
it is so
guys-
satisfying to one-shot amalgams with the Shadow Rift ammo mod. If you put the big game augment on it, dude, it's so satisfying. It's
Oh,
so
yeah.
satisfying.
Is
I just see
that like,
1 and so many zeros every time that I insta kill them like that. So awesome.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, from the fall
Well,
damage.
what would you
Is-
guys say is the most
on, hold on,
powerful
no,
of
sorry.
swords, though? Oh yeah,
Hold
go
on,
ahead.
Light.
Is the dark incantation just as effective for killing amalgams as the lightning one?
No, it does not one-shot them.
It does not. That's horrible. Okay, go ahead, Nala.
Yeah, I think that the
Uh,
dark incantation is the worst by far.
Agreed.
Just
least
curious
the
about your
sword's
favorite sword.
best.
That was all I was wondering.
Sword.
I think I'm inclined to say the Raven sword. I
Raven?
think that's my thing now.
Yeah,
Belongs to me.
I see. I know the benefits of using what the fuck is it? I want to use their actual names. What the hell is the name?
Caliburn,
No, not
Solaire,
Caliburn.
Caliburn.
Solaris. Yeah.
Solite,
I
whatever.
haven't like given Solaris
It's
a try
Solaire.
in runs
How
yet.
long?
Even though I've heard that like it's really good for keeping armor up. Just like whacking the boss, because they obviously buffed the swords recently, which we should definitely talk about. But
Yeah.
no, I have to stick with Carpal on this one. I think Balmung is just I absolutely love that sword. Love it.
I like the
I-
fire one. I forgot what the name was already.
Yeah,
But
Caliburn.
Caliburn. That one.
Yeah.
Yes. I like that one. I like how easy it is to make it, and then it's also just a really good sword. And the animation, the inspect
It's kind of
animation is
fun to
really
make
sick.
it. You get to go zoom.
Yeah.
You
The
get
only
the
sword
zoom.
I
Exactly.
don't like building is, honestly, I'm not a fan of the light build, just because of how annoying. Like, if you're playing with multiple people, someone always kills the fucking parasite, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
It always happens.
Always happens. I mean, that's what you get, devs. You make the objective where you have to deposit the charge on the other side of the map from where you spawn them in initially. Yeah, that's wonderful map design. That's wonderful.
Idea.
I would say the electric one. I just like that one. I don't like having to go through that step. And for some reason, every time I try to like transfer the electricity from the sword to the actual spinning lightning rods there, it doesn't transfer all the time for me. I don't know if maybe I'm not aiming correctly at something. Are you supposed to hit the exact lightning rod? Does it even matter? I don't know.
No,
I
you
just
gotta hit the
what?
urn.
You just have to hit
it
the
is
urn.
the
Yeah,
urn.
you
See,
just have to hit the urn.
I've struck at the urn many times, but it never takes, and so that made me think.
Two
Well, maybe
questions
I have
for
to
you.
hit the individual rod. Then
First of all, were
I
you
don't even know.
close enough to hit it?
Oh yeah, I was right up against it.
Second
Yeah.
of all, did you have your reticle on it?
Yep. On the vase, yeah. But it doesn't
Okay.
always take, and I never could understand why. And so it made me think maybe you have to hit exactly the lightning rods. But timing it right is always a pain, especially with the zombies following you and stuff. So I don't like it. I don't like that one very much.
I'm in the same boat,
I
and I
don't
think
really like it
everyone is
either.
also
But
the same boat.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I built the lightning one time, and I don't think I'll ever do it again unless I'm doing a solo run, which I rarely do anyway.
Yeah.
Uh, I
Yeah, it's not the best to use, and it's just inconvenient to make.
yeah, it's the for me at least, the zombie that spawns and drops it is super inconsistent. Like one time I
For the
played
lightning rod?
Well,
for
that
the
I
lightning rod.
disagree with,
that is
actually.
really
I
easy to get consistent.
Yeah.
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 So
I
You
okay,
just
actually
grab the
told
stag sword
Wistful how
and
to
run
do it
down
too.
there.
Yeah,
okay,
you have to go
it's
to the
the
dungeons. That's where he
it's the craft
spawns.
room, right?
No, it's not
Anytime
pack.
you
It's
you-
quick
pick up the
revive.
sword,
Yeah,
you
For
go
craft.
to
Yeah.
the
I
dungeon
I sat in the
and
craft
he'll
room
appear.
with the sword, and it didn't drop for like 15 round until round 15. It,
Yeah, I'm gonna be
That
honest with
is
you. I've never had that happen ever.
Never
Every
happened.
time I've
Had
just
that.
run into
Yeah,
the room.
never had that happen.
Make sure you have the sword though.
yeah, I
That
know.
is an
I
important,
think you
crucial
all
part.
are just better than me. I think that's what I'm finding out.
You know,
I think your game just doesn't like you, man.
this is a moment worth asking questions to better understand. So you say that you had the sword. Did you have it out or did you have it holstered?
This was a week ago, and I cannot answer that question.
I don't think it matters
Awesome.
though.
But
Yeah,
I don't
I've
think I had
definitely
any
had.
issue with it.
it
Yeah,
doesn't
I've
matter.
definitely had it holstered, and I've definitely had it out before.
Okay.
Like
Yeah. Should spawn
Okay.
no matter what.
Yeah.
And it's always the armored zombie. Usually I go to
Mhm.
where
Always.
what's his face? The demonologist is locked in his cell.
Yeah.
Anytime I
Craft.
go there, the zombie always wanders up next to me, right in that area, every single time. And I've never missed a beat with it. So
Alright,
yeah,
alright,
so long as you have the sword, it seems to work just like
alright.
that.
So skill issue. Got it. Alright. I'll keep that in
Yep.
mind.
Skill issue.
Could be your game is buggy. I mean, I've had so many bugs in
True.
Black Ops 6, so
Or
anything can happen.
like
I think I'm actually relatively lucky. I've only ever run into a soft lock one singular time.
Have you really?
And-
That's lucky.
yeah.
Wow.
Like, there's been a couple times where like I've had like minor bugs, but legitimately the most bug I ever had it was I don't know if you know him, Narmonix, but I know Wist and Carpal do. I was doing a stream with Mr. Evanf 1997.
Nah, who's that?
I don't think so.
I don't know who that is. Who is that?
Yeah, you don't know who that is, Carpal?
No.
Alright, well,
Awesome.
he's like a Destiny YouTuber who makes like historian videos.
Ah,
And
yes. I know
we
the
were doing-
Destiny.
We were doing carries for Citadel, and like literally the 1 or 2 runs that we did, there was always like something wrong with a sword.
Mm.
And that was the most I've ever had like bugs in one session, but generally it's been fine.
Wow,
Is that
that's
And I think
fortunate.
I'm just very lucky because
The
I've heard a lot of
only-
people and I've seen a lot of bugs.
The only
Yeah.
sword that I've had a problem with ever, and this has only ever happened in like carries that I've done, is with Solaris, where the
That's the one time I've been soft locked.
shrine will just spew out 50 symbols and so many duplicates. Some of them won't even register if you shoot them. Other ones will,
Sick.
or you just shoot like the invisible symbols. Because you can like see the particle trail a little bit, but you can't actually
What?
see the actual symbol. And then it'll like go inside the thing, it'll register, and then it'll immediately fail, and it'll make more symbols. It's so weird.
What?
It's
Sure.
it's a really weird bug. That's the one soft lock I've had.
That really sucks.
That's the-
yeah.
That's the only like I think I've had that, and then also the light mystic orb trial soft lock. That happened once. Thankfully that happened in
never
a
had it
solo
with the
game, and
sword,
I just
actually.
save quit that. It wasn't that big of a deal. But
Interesting. Yeah, I've never had any issues with the swords per se. Not any bugs with that so far. I've had everything else, but just not the swords. So that's surprising. I hadn't heard about that too much.
Well, hopefully it gets patched out soon.
Yeah, I'd
Completely.
assume
Well,
they've been pretty
hopefully it
good
only
about
happens to
that.
you.
Oh, it's not
I've
just
Yeah.
happened to me. I've
I've
talked
seen
with
the
my
like the
teammates
mystical
about
orb.
it. I know Menno has experienced it a few times as well. Like
Has he?
he literally told me that one time he just had 50 of them flying in a solo game. So
Damn.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's stuff like that that makes this game so fun. But I will, you know what? I will give Treyarch a lot of credit for that. They are getting on top of a lot of things. Maybe it's not always the fixes that we need right away.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not the
Yeah.
stuff that's most precedent, but they are getting on top of a lot of these bugs, and they do also fix the ones that we wish they wouldn't. But
Yeah.
still,
Yeah.
they've been listening, so that is good, and I'll give them a lot of credit with that. There's a lot of game companies out there that don't always listen to their audience about what's going wrong and what could be fixed to make it better. And if they do end up like nerfing something and the community hates it, usually they don't do anything about it. But that's something that Treyarch's been really good about, and honestly, I've been impressed with that. The one thing though, and you started mentioning Wistful, so we'll make this a new topic here, but the buffing of the swords. So that, as you guys remember, I talked with you guys. I don't think part of the podcast or anything, but I talked to you another time, and I was talking about how I thought the swords were not that powerful when I was
Yeah.
going in. And it comes to
Yeah.
find out, the community agrees with me quite a bit on this one. I heard a lot of people had that same complaint, and I think that's what ended up leading to them doing work with them. However, I did hear that they nerfed them for a little bit, but then went back to buffing it. So I don't know what the story was about that
Yeah,
exactly.
So
So
when
what
they
you say is
nerfed the-
partially true, but yeah. So what initially happened? So everyone, I think we all still collectively agree on this, even though it's probably not going to happen and it hasn't happened. The buffs that we want with the swords is the ability to hit multiple zombies, have like the
Yes.
melee macchiato augment effects to happen on the physical
And
sword
boss
itself.
damage. Boss
See-
damage
see,
needs
I'll
to be
get to
there
that in
too.
a
say
moment.
that, Wist, but
Yeah,
no.
what?
You say that, Wist, but like all the other melee macchiato augments do work on the swords, except for that one.
Except
That
for
is
that
Yeah,
one.
but we're not talking about that working with it. We're talking
Yeah.
about just in general, the sword should be able to work with
okay.
it. Like it should
Yeah.
that should just be part of the
Well,
sword.
hidden
Yeah,
impact
yeah,
doesn't work on it
definitely.
though, does it?
I like
I don't.
I
The
don't think
the
so.
reload,
No.
all of the ones
Any
that
of the
don't say the
augments that have to
punch.
do with the punch do not apply. Yeah.
I
Mhm.
am just saying that the scythe on the Frozen Dawn was a multi-hit like literally 8 years ago or something.
Right.
Or 7 years
There
ago.
were a lot of melee weapons, not even just in like World War II, that had the ability to hit multiple zombies. And that's carried over into several games. And the fact that we've
Yeah.
literally had it before in the form of the Crystal Axe, you know, I think
Yeah.
Noah J talked about it on a video recently. Like, yeah, it doesn't do as much initial damage because you have 2 swipes of the Crystal Axe that you fire at a time, but we
But it
definitely
takes out
want
a
the
lot of
ability to
zombies.
be able to attack the sword at multiple enemies.
Yeah,
We're probably not
I
going to get
agree.
that, unfortunately. I'm a little bit sad to hear that, but yeah, no,
Yeah.
the buffs that people were talking about like they wanted, they didn't come until later. Treyarch didn't focus on melee focused like changes until Freckleston found out about the
drill.
drill, man.
The
Until Freckleston found out about the
Yeah.
drill. Oh my god.
Drill.
Probably
have
one
that,
of these,
bro.
not the
Drill,
only,
my
but
beloved.
in retrospect, it kind of feels like the single most polarizing reason to get into Citadel speedruns is because of how broken the power drill was. That was so much
know.
fun. I still remember
such a cool thing.
doing the world's first 4-player one phase, and you can't do that anymore. You can't do that anymore because they patched it. The drill was too much. It was
sucks.
too powerful. Treyarch was like, yeah, this is a bit too strong. This is a bit too strong. It's one thing for them to have nerfed it. It's another thing to have them nerfed melee damage universally. And that's exactly what they said in their patch notes. And you know what that means?
Sucks.
The
That
sword-
affected the wonder
The
weapons
sword
too.
got
Yeah.
fucked.
Oh my god.
That's ridiculous.
And then
Yeah, I
everyone
was
got
so
so
excited
pissed
for
off.
Melee
Noah J
Macchiato,
made a
man.
video testing the swords and literally died in the boss fight as well.
The
Literally,
infamous
it was
Maelstrom
like
video.
less than 24 hours
God,
after Noah made the video. Treyarch put out a patch saying, "Hey guys, we've buffed the swords now." Next thing I know, I'm in Smart Guy's chat just
Ah.
watching him try it out with I think at the time he was using Balmung, and it was like, "Oh my god." This makes the speedrun actually somewhat enjoyable because it was not fun past the power drill nerf, but it's just not the same. It's just not the same.
Wisp picking up how to get an 8-minute boss fight kill when before you could kill him in a minute.
Wasn't the fastest like literally 10 seconds with the whole
Yeah,
Yeah.
Was it really?
It was ridiculously fast.
That's
the
really
drill
good,
was
honestly.
insane.
It was
That was,
it
yeah.
was so much
That
fun
was so
though.
overpowered.
So much fun.
commend them though. Like in the past, other Call of Duty devs had left those insta kill fucking glitches in, and those were paid DLCs, and they've never been patched. So you kind of have to commend Treyarch for that.
Yeah.
I'm kind of the opinion that like, yeah, the drill was super powerful, and it probably should have been nerfed, but like, really, who was it affecting?
Yeah,
Right.
that's the thing. We talked about this in our last episode.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of glitches that have been in the game that if a person just wanted to go in and play the game normally, they could. They didn't have to worry about those glitches because
like
they only the people that knew how to do them could do them, and then
what
it just gives them an option to play the game a little differently. I think that's a cool thing, you know?
literally it only had a major effect on speedrunners.
Yep.
Which is a
Yeah.
very
Yep.
small group
Yep.
in the community.
Genuinely.
No,
Yep.
it was the fuck you speedrunner patch.
I was yeah, dude, literally right now, if you had to take me away from BO6 for a while and my brain just completely started to forget about all of BO6. The things that would stick and linger in my head, the last things would just be the lingering negative emotional feelings that I've had on all of the patches that they've made that have just been a big old middle finger, a big old birdie to the speedrunning community. Liberty Falls, canister dupe was patched. That was pivotal. Now, yes, it makes sense because if you don't know how to do it properly, it will soft lock your game. I fully understand that, and there's a part of me that's like, you know what? This is for the better. This is truly for the better. Speedrunners, they have to play for a raw Ethereum crystal out of the vending machine now on no gums, which is not fun. That's not fun at all. But it was for the better, ultimately speaking. Terminus.
Oh god.
Why did no dupe
Oh my god.
get patched?
No dupe. No dupe literally benefited nobody. But the speedrunners. It literally or solo players, I guess. Solo players and speedrunners, it benefited them mostly. The I'm glad that the boat lockdown skip is still a thing. There's no way Treyarch, there's no way they don't know about it. Of course they're keeping it in the game.
I think they'd have to like rework too much of the map for them to fix that. So that's why they haven't really worried about it.
And I hate that we're thinking about like why they wouldn't change that because they've changed so many other things. Like, do they want to keep it in the game, or is it like we can't?
No,
right.
I don't think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, I've known enough game devs, and especially like with stuff like this, 99% of game devs do not want their game to be a brokey like speedrunner's haven.
No.
Yeah, and
it's not good for them.
I think the devs hate speedrunners because of that. Like I think they think that it makes their game look worse. Which
Maybe.
I guess is
Maybe
in certain respects, but
yeah.
I don't know.
Now,
but
I will say
again,
one thing.
As you're saying, it's a small community, you know? So like
small
what is it?
It is a small community,
matter
but
that
if you're
much,
looking at like if you're trying to get investors for your company, and it's like, hey, like your games have been super brokey, and like here's like a full video documentary of how this game has been broken and how people are breaking the shit out of it. Like that's not really that great for your company, and I know why.
That's true.
Like they don't. Like speedrunners, shit gets patched.
It does make it fun. As I mentioned before too, like Infinite Warfare is a prime example of that. They have a lot of glitches in the game, and it adds to the enjoyment of the game. Like a lot of those glitches you can do, like the 3-gun glitch, or like using temporal increase throughout the entire rest of the game just by having a person leave and stuff like that. All that stuff just added to the fun, and I'm surprised
I
that they don't see it that way.
I
I don't
don't
know.
disagree with that, but again, it's one of those things where like if you're trying to get a job and in a previous experience you like completely fucked it, it was super broken.
Oh,
Well,
I
while
think I get what
people
you're
still
saying.
enjoyed it, like fundamentally it was still a broken product.
Yeah, I
So
gotcha.
There's
that's
a
kind of why, from what I've been told, like a lot of devs patch speedrunner stuff. Even if it makes the game more fun, to them it's just like, well, like we got to
Looks
think about our
bad on
job
their
in the
part.
future. Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
a
that's
that
there's
why
a
makes
games like
sense.
Celeste, which are intended to be speedrun, are so popular with speedrunners because like the devs aren't just gonna get rid of that shit.
No,
yeah.
it's too late on those. Sure.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's
that's a
a
good point.
couple of points that I want to bring up here. So,
Yeah, sure.
based off what Carpel said about how the devs don't want their like going back to this about how the devs don't want their game to like look bad, they made a pivotal mistake in BO6, and this not only affects just like the character of Terminus, this also affects the gameplay of Terminus that really only affects speedrunners. They unintentionally patched the quote skip to get the hacker device on that step of the Easter egg. Where if you got the last node connector inserted to initiate the SAM AI and you ended the round and it started a bug round, the tear them to pieces audio would cancel out the rest of the conversational dialogue, and you
Yeah.
could just go straight up to Peck and Strauss, and you could just trigger their quotes and get the hacker faster. That quote skip saved so much time. I
Oh
remember
yeah.
when we first found it in the community, it's just been completely patched because they changed Sam's voice actor. And oh
I
my
know
god, does
that
she sound
sucks so
horrible?
much. I
She
hate
sounds
that, man.
horrible.
Listen, I'm
I get
I'm
it.
not saying that I think that's a bad example of, hey, like they needed to like yeah, it saved a ton of time for the speed run, but like that's legitimately a bug that could negatively impact somebody's first Easter egg clear. Like the odds of it happening are low, but imagine if like somebody
But it
ended
could
the bug
happen.
round and then it showed up and then somebody didn't get to hear the dialogue. Like
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, I think
that's
it's
I'm
I
not
think
saying that
I
like
think
I
it's
agree with it.
I very much
Mhm.
think that it's very unlikely for that to happen for casuals.
Yeah, I'm
Especially
not disagreeing with
especially
you.
because
Yeah.
when you're installing those node connectors themselves, the entities that spawn around you are not included on the round. They don't count for the round because they don't give you as much points.
Hmm.
I'm
Yep.
pretty
I'm
sure that they
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
count for
I'd
the
have to look
rounds.
at that again.
You're
I
right.
I'm just saying, like,
I might be wrong. I might be wrong. I think I used to think that they counted for the rounds, but I don't know anymore. Because I feel like that the zombies when you kill them and they only give you 10 points, I feel like that they just don't count for the rounds. Like it depends on how much points that you
No,
get from them.
so I remember seeing like a speedrunner doing a round one completion of the
Yeah.
boss battle for Terminus, and their strategy was that as soon as like the zombies that you're trying to protect off of the first power core there,
Right, the purple-eyed
um
zombies. If you kill
yeah,
them at just the right time,
as
you would
they're
get the points.
electrified,
Yeah.
you
Or
get all
I'm
those
sorry.
points. It
Not
doesn't take
yeah.
away from the round or
Yeah.
anything. And yeah, that's how he would gain points for that. Just
They're
free points
they weren't
because they
purple-eyes.
didn't affect
They
the
were
round.
yeah, they were purples or
Am I
oranges.
Yeah,
crazy?
normal and purple.
Yeah,
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 Or
yeah.
anything electrified.
Wist, am I crazy? Or weren't you, QK, and maybe Penguins going for the you were running for the first 4-player round one completion?
So it was
Oh, did you really?
yeah. Few things that I can say about that. So I think we know Trailfail and Maniac Killer, Pizza Yum Yum who have done the
Both
round
rounds
one
through, okay.
solo. They all say that like I'm pretty sure that the zombies and the manglers from the node connectors, they do help out. I to wrap up that point that I was trying to say earlier, Penguin. I think if you're not on round one and you're not like trying to, keep the entities in check, killing those zombies and those manglers on that node connector doesn't end the round because those aren't like, the actual zombies, the entities to end the round.
Right.
But yeah, It was for the 4-player. It was myself. It was QK. It was a random by the name of Tripod. And then who else was it?
Wow.
Let's go tripod.
Let's
Who
go.
was it?
It's that
Somebody else.
try guy.
Wasn't there someone that because I knew QK. Wasn't it LA?
No, I don't think it was LA.
John? I feel like it was
Um,
somebody that I knew.
I
Because I knew there was one LFG. But I feel like I
Oh,
remember
it was
3
Plague.
people.
It was Plague. Yeah, it was Plague.
Flag. Okay, yeah. I knew it was somebody else that I knew.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah. For sure.
But
'Cause
yeah.
yeah, okay, yeah. I wonder
Okay.
why they made I wonder why they made the decision not to have the the spawned entities have the purple eyes like all the other non-round ones did, like the
Yeah, that
generators
is
and whatnot.
actually a curious thought. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
That was
know.
a really
Did they forget? They probably forgot. I mean,
maybe.
Sleeping on the job. And then here they go fix everything else except those
and
things, you know?
they take
Yeah.
like 3 weeks to fix the capsule dupe, and then they instantly fix everything on Citadel.
I know.
Yeah.
But what do you guys think
Sucks.
about the bugs fixes that have been on Citadel Des Morts so far? Do you guys agree
think
with
they've
them?
been
Do you
fine.
think-
I think most of them are
I-
well placed. Some of them are
Yeah.
annoying, but you know.
The only thing I
They're
really
for
totally
the
disagreed
they're
with
for the
was the drill.
general betterment
yeah.
of just the overall gameplay experience.
I did
Yeah.
really want to try the manglers, like glitching you through the wall. I really wanted to kind of take advantage of that while it was still
Oh,
a
you mean
thing, but
the
they
amalgams?
fixed it
The
before I
amalgam
ever
grab?
did. The amalgam. I'm sorry. Mangler.
That was
I gotta think for
Yeah,
manglers.
yeah.
That was
I'm gonna keep it a
fixed.
buck. I'm gonna keep it a
Yeah,
stack. They did not patch that.
Yeah,
I
there's
know
no-
that
I
they
feel like
made
I
a
saw someone
recent
doing
patch
that
note saying
yesterday.
that. Yeah, it's not
What?
patched. It's not patched.
No way.
That is a bug that is never gonna get fully patched. I genuinely
couldn't
believe it's
successfully
never
get
gonna
it to
get fully
work.
patched.
I feel like
It's really finicky. It's
You
super finicky.
always can
Oh, it
find
is.
one if you go on Reddit. You can always find a clip of someone getting it.
I'll just
Have
check
you
it out
seen
then.
that clip of someone getting trapped in a jail cell in the dungeons?
Yeah, that's
that
the one I
happened
was
to me.
trying.
That happened to me.
I couldn't do that one.
I got cornered by an amalgam and he pushed me through the fucking wall.
Yup.
Now that's a bug that definitely should be fixed. I will say that.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
to be able to
Bro,
like grind,
I
from
remember
there, that's
watching
cool, though, you know?
I forget his face, but it's like one of the high rounders that was going for the 999. I
Mhm.
guess it wasn't, I don't think it was an amalgam grab. I think it was an ether shroud burst dash. And then he burst dashed inside of a zombie barrier, and he was completely screwed because the zombie spawns were so fast and he couldn't save and quit.
I
Damn.
had a pretty weird burst dash on Liberty.
On Liberty.
When Carpal, were you
think
there
I
for
might
that?
know where you were for that, maybe.
if it was on Liberty, I was not there for that. No.
I think it was me, Capital, and QK before day one Citadel. We were just like, oh, we're gonna do a quick little run of Liberty just to like play a little bit beforehand.
Oh, no, sorry, I was there, but I left. Okay, yeah.
Yes, you did. You did leave. And during the boss fight, I did a burst dash and it put me up where Panos was.
Damn.
Oh.
So that's how
I
you
died.
get up there.
That's,
I remember
It's a
the
death
GQ
barrier.
video where she was up there. I remember that.
It's a death barrier. I mean, or if there is a safe spot, I couldn't find it.
Pretty
Yeah, I've
sure
seen
there
one
is,
in the
yeah.
comic book store, but that's been it. Also there's 2 different ways you can glitch into the comic book store. If you leave
I
the
have
doors
seen
closed and
those.
you don't open it, you can kind of back into that. But
Yeah, I
they
saw
did
that.
fix that ability. I don't know if they fixed it for that door or not, but I still want to try it one of these days. The other one is that you can glitch up into like burst dash into the ceiling of the comic book store. There's a ton of death barriers up there, and I'm still trying to understand where they're all at. Because I saw somebody go down to like the main barrier in that room, and they were able to just hit zombies there. But when I went down there, it killed me instantly. That is not a good place. But I was able to get to the top of the place without dying right away, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
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 I don't know.
Real quick, just to put some closure on the thought that we had earlier. I think the reason why that we are like, yo, IW was so much fun. It was so great because of all these glitches that are in the game. I think realistically speaking, the reason why they're still in the game is because people didn't discover them until like way after the game's life cycle had finished.
Oh yeah, for
Because
sure.
of the way that IW was received at first, you didn't really have like a lot of people flooding into it. Myself especially too. I was not into IW when the game was in its prime, like at all. So a lot
Also,
of the
games
stuff
with
that
shoestring
happened went under,
budgets.
and some like for just for example, I'm pretty sure Penguin was actually telling me this a couple days ago. But that like around that time, like Milo was excited to make videos about IW, and he couldn't really because it was like a
Exams.
yeah,
Wasn't liked enough.
exams. It was exam time for
Yeah,
him.
I don't
Okay.
remember. I have to look at the map again. I think it was Attack or Shaolin. Like Milo just couldn't make videos because he was doing exams. So like that's why there's like some
Oh.
like really weird Mr. Waffles guides out there.
Yeah,
I
like,
mean,
I learned that's
there
why
ain't
his,
nothing weirder. There ain't
excluding
nothing
whiteboard
weirder than the
videos.
BO2 guides. Yep, yep.
Dude, the
This
Milo
man has a
VO2
thing
guides.
with whiteboards, man. That's all I'm saying.
the whiteboards.
He's dude. I would love it if Milo did like whiteboard edits in his no nonsense guides. I think that would be fucking awesome.
Dude, don't tempt him. He'll do it. I know he'll do it.
For those of you watching the podcast, I don't care if this is self promo. If you guys are interested in doing any of the Black Ops 2 Victus Easter eggs, you know who to watch. You know who to watch.
Motherfucker,
Yes,
the
me.
only
My channel.
motherfucking guide on the planet
Yeah.
that has all 13 body spawns.
Yeah.
Mm,
We
One of
Painful.
like 0. There's none of them exist. It's insane.
yeah.
All right,
and
all right. I'm gonna be a stickler,
literally,
and I'm gonna
it's
give
like
the
a
person credit
guide.
who needs credit. I believe there is a YouTube short by the name of It's Nukes, who does contain
Oh,
all 13
Nukes,
spawns.
Okay, okay.
I want to
Sorry,
bring
one
quick
of
credit
2.
to him.
That's really not great when like
One
the
of 2.
buried guide has
But-
like 3 million views.
Nukes is amazing.
Nothing
He
but
is
nukes. Now there's the title.
absolutely a goat
Yeah,
in
I
the
can vouch for
community.
Wistful's guides. If other good guides out there do exist, they only have one side of them because that was the struggle
Yeah,
for me with
yep.
that Easter egg, was I would find a good guide and not be able to find the other side when I was trying to learn it. But he has both, so that's not a problem.
And the best part is that you get to relax to Pizza Sim music the whole time while you're listening to my
the
dumb
Pizza Sim
voice.
music.
The sim music.
That's the
No,
best part.
The goat music.
Oh yeah, Goat Simulator
No,
music.
I'm not saying that because that was
Classic.
my idea. That was totally wistful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was like, what do I play for all of these? And
I literally just
dude, wait, I
think
just realized it's December 17th of 2024. The
it a year?
BO2 guides
is.
are almost a year old.
Oh, we're
Oh
getting
my
close.
god. Oh my
Dang.
god.
Gotta celebrate that anniversary, man.
We gotta celebrate. Yeah.
The BO2 guide anniversary.
The BO2 guide.
We gotta go do all the Victus maps again.
You know, that actually would be really cool, actually.
That'd be fun. That'd be
I'm
fun.
down to run them on like Plutonium or something like that because I don't.
I don't think I've actually ran the BO2 Victus Easter eggs with 4 players on Plutonium. For just the
Really?
sake of doing the super Easter egg. There was one time that I did it, but that was for a speedrunning competition in April. So thank
Listen,
you.
once I
Steve
get the
Cola.
PC, I gotta make the most of this. I'm gonna be doing a bunch of shit that like I wouldn't normally do.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
take advantage of that
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
That thing's a powerhouse, man.
We need
PC
to
Damn,
all the way.
I still gotta finish the
we
episode
need
3
to,
for the marathon series, man. I still gotta do that.
Penguins, we need to play some customs whenever you get that set up.
I am so down.
that
I
is a
want to do
fun
Call of the
one.
Dead or like the Call of the Dead remastered because I never got to play it.
Yes!
I haven't even played that one, so that's perfect.
Dude, huge.
We can hunt.
Same, actually. The hype's all been on
What
Black
do you mean
Ops 6.
same, actually? We've
That doesn't
played it
mean not.
together! You and I.
Call of
now-
the Dead one?
Yeah! Call of the Dead! We've definitely played it together.
Oh, yeah, you're right. we
Yeah,
did.
no.
I'm
We
sorry. I'm
definitely
thinking a
played
different
that
one.
together.
No, I'm thinking Mob of the Dead. I'm sorry, they remade
Oh,
Mob of the
yeah,
Dead.
Mob
That's
Remaster.
the one
I've
I'm
not
thinking
played
of.
the
I'm
Mob
sorry.
Remaster, but that was a recent one. that
Yeah,
came
that's
out
right.
too,
I did do Call of the Dead with you.
Hey,
I have a
Wiz, did
video
you,
of that and everything.
I was gonna
Wiz, did
say.
you play? Wiz, did you play the Mob remaster?
I've not played the Mob Remastered yet.
I haven't
No.
either.
I'm still
Oh,
not
see, that's the one
sure-
I'm excited for.
I'm still not sure if they've changed the Easter egg at all, like they did for Call of the Dead. I have no idea. But
I don't
I'm
think
strict-
so.
Hmm.
The biggest
But
problem.
I
don't know.
My biggest
What's going on
problem
with Die Rise? Is that coming out next year?
Di-Res Remastered's been out for a while.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fully
Is it
out. I
actually?
didn't know it was
Yeah,
fully out. I thought
it's been fully out.
It
I'm
kind of got flown under the radar because of all the
because
Lex
of all the
stuff.
drama.
yeah, the Lex stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was fully out yet.
Wow, I guess I
That
didn't either.
that you know what that says? You know what that tells me? And this is embarrassing because I think we're all thinking of it. You're relying on him to tell you the news of when the map came out.
I'm gonna keep it a stack. It probably came out when I was like taking Call of Duty break fully because like I was like I knew for a fact I was gonna be playing a metric shit ton of BO6. So I was like I'm just gonna not play that much for a little bit and kind of let like basically from like
Man
I'd
was
say
on the D2
July
grind
to
before the game started
October.
falling off again.
Yeah.
Dude, fucking I cannot stand Bungie right now. They're like, oh, we're super disappointed with how the Dawning went, and I'm like, yeah, I do not give a shit.
Dude, I
You-
saw the tweet because of how like I don't know why that Twitter just now like puts the most like wholesome hearted tweet from a Bungie dev out there for me to read.
I
And
love
like,
DMG,
where
but
the fuck was this years ago? Why am I just
what
now
I'm
hearing
saying.
about this? Am I crazy? Am I just
No,
like
you're
living
not
under a
insane.
rock?
A little
Do I
bit.
not know any
Nah,
Bungie
he's
devs
slightly,
enough?
but-
You're a little crazy, but not about
no,
this.
as someone who has
Not about this,
a-
but slightly.
I have like 6,000 hours in D2, and like as some like literally for years, people were asking them like, "Hey, we don't need you to like say a bunch of shit. We just need communication with what the fuck is going on."
Right,
Mm.
right.
Maybe they didn't even know.
Bro, we could use we
That
could
is a
honestly
possibility, yeah.
use that a little bit in COD, and I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I don't disagree, but it's just like, man, as a Destiny player, I'm used to lack of communication, and when I saw people praising DMG for like speaking out, it's like, hey, like this is what's going on. I'm like, man, I'm glad that he did that, but man, I literally like I have no sympathy for Bungie right now. Like actually,
One of those too little, too late type situations.
I'm not
yeah.
gonna go into a tangent like that long.
Yeah.
Essentially, they were like, "Hey, we're gonna increase the cost of the battle pass, and you're gonna get like more content because D2 battle pass is like how you get access to the yearly content."
Okay.
And they're like, "Hey, we're gonna increase the cost of this, and we're gonna make it all high quality." When I started playing, the seasonal story was like 3 hours every week. They launched for 2 months in a row, 1.5 hours, and they increased the cost by 50%. So it's gotten significantly worse, and I've lost all faith in them. And that is all I will say on it, because I do not want to derail.
Yeah.
But it's rough.
Last thing I'll say is
that's kinda
their annual or battle pass or whatever is called the season pass. It's still called seasons, even though they're in an episodic format. I the only reason I'll ever go and play that game is to raid and just do puzzles. That's the only reason.
I'm
I'm
kind
done.
of with you with that right now.
I will be the Verity addict, and that's it.
I still gotta play it. I have not played none of the
I
Destiny
don't.
games
Li-
yet.
Trust
listen,
me
if you
not,
ever
lad.
wanna, if you ever want to
Take
run the
your
raids,
time, enjoy it, because there's not much these days to enjoy.
Listen, if,
So
if
I'm
you ever
hearing.
wanna, if you ever buy all the the D2 DLCs for like $30-$40 because they go on sale for that much occasionally, I will happily run all
That's a
those
sale?
raids with you.
Oh.
They are
Okay.
very
That's what
Well, yeah,
that's what
a
Destiny is known
sale-
for. The
You
raids.
gotta remember there's like 8 DLCs. So
Oh, damn. Okay.
you can get the first 4 for like 15. Then you can get like the most recent 4 for probably another 15-20. And then
Okay,
the most
okay.
recent one usually only goes on sale for about 30, but you honestly don't need it if you just want to do the old raids,
Okay.
which I would say
Well,
are the best.
I'm honestly down to try it. I really want to. I remember Wistful got caught up one time before we got into an episode. He got caught in a raid, and
Yeah,
I really don't
I
know
was
much
in
about
Verity,
it, but-
bro. I was like so determined to get them through it before we started in retrospect, it was a really bad decision because they ended up
Oh, I
failing
agree.
and they all left. So I was like, damn, this is a horrible use of my time. But
So it's just a bunch of players getting together, basically, yeah.
Yeah, there's 6-man
Solving
it's essentially
puzzles,
like
completing
6-man
encounters,
Easter
yeah.
eggs
yeah, there's
with
6-man
like
Easter eggs,
combat
basically.
encounters. That's kind of what they
Well,
are.
that sounds
That's the best way I
honestly
can...
sick.
No, raids are sick. If you really want to try it, like
Yeah.
in a day, me and Whisk could probably get you ready to do. There's 3 free raids. They're not amazing, but like if you
Okay.
kind of enjoy the concept, you can do those. And like me and Whisk could probably get you raid ready in like 3-4 hours of gameplay.
Okay. All right. All right.
Bro,
We
Penguin,
dive.
just
I
just
wouldn't-
It would be
imagine.
neat.
This is the last thing I'll say before we get off this tangent. Imagine doing Riven legit with Narmonix.
Oh my god, dude, that'd be
Oh
so
my
much fun.
god.
Who's
Wait,
that?
when you say Riven, are you talking about the original game Riven? My dad had.
No,
that
we're
game.
talking about a Wish Dragon.
I literally got the disc somewhere over in the back of my room. I have Mist, Riven, and what was the last one? Start with a D. I can't even remember what that one was, but Driven maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyways, I
Anyways.
remember those games. They were great. Old, very old, but great.
So do we want to talk about the day one Citadel?
Sure.
Yes, yeah,
Sure.
definitely. What is the day one Citadel?
The day one
The
Citadel
day
is
one
the
experience.
first day of the Citadel in which we were
So
there
Easter
on
egg hunting you talking about?
first
Yeah.
Easter egg hunting.
Yes.
I
Man,
really
I had
enjoyed
so
it.
much
I thought it
fun.
was great. It was so much fun.
I
That
was
was a
so
blast.
proud of myself because I figured out many of the steps on my own before I saw the progress. People were ahead of me, of course, but I figured out a lot of the steps just going through it on my own, and I like that. I like when you can go into a map and everything kind of just connects together. It makes sense that this particular step would lead you to this one, and I like that. I genuinely
Yeah.
liked it, and I had a lot of fun just trying to figure it out in the beginning. And I
Dude,
do feel like I might have been the first to discover the Easter egg song. Maybe. But
I
don't
know me. I've looked at it a bit because I work with, again, a historian who like goes through all that stuff. So I watched a lot of VODs early on. I know me, Carpal, and me and Carpal's team. We weren't the first to get the like Peaks Easter egg song, but we were the
Okay.
first to get the Cauldron one.
Oh, did you really figure that one out first?
Yeah.
That one
We-
I did not come across that one.
We were the first. I can't say for 100% certain if we were like the first for the light sword, but 100% first people in the world to get the Raven sword. And
Nice.
I'm like 99% sure we were first on Dragon Sword. It's so easy that somebody else might have beaten us to it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
but
Raven
still,
Sword
that-
100% we were the first team.
That is awesome.
And we did it completely legit.
Yeah,
We
we didn't
solved
brute
it.
force it at all. We totally solved it.
That was all me and my incredible intelligence.
Wow. Quite
no-
impressive, good sir.
No trial and error whatsoever.
No trial and error
I
at
feel
all.
this is slightly untrue.
It is. Yeah,
Maybe
Carpal
just
brute
It is
force
picking
it.
up
totally
on that
untrue.
slightly.
He got it
We
on
talked
like
about this
combos
for 5
31 to
hours the other
48.
night in a VC and they couldn't stop.
But still, that's impressive though. I think
Carpal, you have
for
a
me, it was
talent
the
for
Peaks
just
one,
brute
but-
forcing shit.
2 Easter eggs in a row where this man has brute forced combos. I don't. Where he did it on Term and he did it on fucking. He did it on Liberty. He did it on Liberty twice, I think.
Actually, I have to ask you guys,
Oh,
since you
God.
guys were pretty early at doing the Caliburn sword, did you guys at first know that you could melee the zombies when you were running the flame with that
That's
thing?
how we only knew that you could melee them. We didn't know that you could
I
slide.
did not. When I went in there, I was running that thing as fast as I could, and
I remember being
actually
in your
got it.
chat when I
did it.
told
It
you
was
about
just-
that. Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember
when
when
Whistle
being
told
in
me,
your
it's like,
chat.
no way. There's no way. I couldn't believe it, but I
literally
did it.
remember
I
that.
went down the first time on the furthest run you had to do, but the second time I did it, I got it there with just a
I
sliver
don't
of
think
health
that you
left.
even had stamina up, did you?
Wow.
For that one, I think. Well,
I don't think
after
you
going
did.
down, I might not have actually.
I don't think you
but
did.
I got
nah.
it. I did
I
it.
mean,
I
yeah,
have
you
the
got
video
it.
proof.
Yeah.
I had no idea you could melee the
Dude,
zombies.
this-
I had
this-
no clue.
There's a very vivid clip in my head of Evan in his most recent Citadel video just dying right before holding X on the dragon.
Oh,
Yes.
that sucks.
Sad.
Oh, that
It's so
sucks.
sad.
Dude, okay, I want to talk about
feel
this.
that.
Like, I'm gonna slightly divert from the day one. This man had me go and do a full Citadel Easter egg for a fucking thumbnail image, and they did not tell me.
Was it a
Wait,
good
you
thumbnail
didn't do-
at
wait.
least?
I did the full here. I can post it in like Gen Chat so you guys can see it. But I did the full ass Easter egg to get a single 4K resolution image of this boss.
Wait a minute.
Nice.
Of the ball. Wait, what?
Of the Guardian of the
Of the
Uh-huh.
Guardian.
Yeah, the
Oh, of the
final boss
Guardian?
encounter there.
Bro, when I made my day 1 video, I did the same shit for the medallion. Or the amulet.
Did
You
you?
needed that image.
I'm just gonna. Is it fine if I just
Dude.
post it in designation group project?
Yeah, that's fine.
Where the
Dude,
fuck is the screenshot?
Sure, may as
I hear that getting a good thumbnail. As growing up with YouTube, I know all about that. Don't you worry.
That is a cool thumbnail. I won't lie.
That does look good.
One.
That is nice.
I could go. The actual thumbnail. There's a couple versions of it, but they all involve that motherfucker.
Yep.
Well, you know what? I think it was worth it. It turned out well. It looks pretty good.
Yeah, I took a 4K 60 FPS screenshot of this motherfucker.
Haunting you, about to spit fire at you. Beautiful.
That's sick. I honestly do love the boss, though. I
Or
have
he's
to
just
say that.
working out, I can tell.
He's awesome.
Shit.
Bro, I just remember the first time he did his wall slam attack that just sends you up in the air, and I can just remember the first time that I was in it with my teammates, and LA was just like, yo, Mephistopheles wall attack?
I mean, similar, very similar. But would you say it's as hard as Mephistopheles
Nope.
in that
No,
respect?
Not
Nope,
anymore.
not in
See,
the
I
slightest.
don't feel it is either.
Not anymore.
I do believe
No.
it is less fair, but it is also less hard.
Yeah.
I feel like this boss can get a lot more spammy than Meth. And
I
a lot of
can-
the
I
I
can't consistently
Meth was
beat
kinda
Meth, but
spammy
I
too.
can
You-
consistently beat the Guardian, even with just bullet guns.
Mhm.
The Guardian,
Like, I
the
proved that
Guardian
shit to
feels a
Wiz.
little bit more spammy, and he feels easier to
Little.
dodge stuff in the first two
for
phases.
sure.
Rather than Mephistopheles, just because I'm mainly complaining about the radius of the fireballs that Mephistopheles fires at you. Sometimes it's just
Oh, yeah.
it's larger than it should be, I feel.
Sure.
Yeah, the yeah. Yeah.
I just feel like the new bosses, all in Black Ops 6, have been bullet sponges. Not Liberty Falls, but Patient 13 and this guy in Citadelle Des Morts, just
mean,
bullet
that's-
sponges.
I would
like,
disagree
that's
on Liberty. I
pretty
think
big.
it still is a bullet sponge. Assuming you're not using Etherella, absolutely a bullet sponge. The abomination
Depends what rounds
is
you
a
go
bullet
in.
sponge.
Not
They're
as
always-
bad, though. don't
I
know.
hate the BO6 abominations. They were better from Cold War.
The Cold War ones are way better.
Way better. So much better.
I honestly think Abominations have only gotten worse. I have only fought a Mega Bomb one singular time, but it was not fun.
Dude, I remember the last time I played MWZ was I was doing a red zone contract, eliminate bounty. I dragged this man's ass to a building. I was just sat up on top of it. He couldn't attack me. I was in like one of those pile-up spots, right? And I was just
Okay.
using my effing reclaimer to just slowly chip away at his health by just shooting his heads. Like, yeah, I killed him. I didn't take that much damage, but it took so long.
Yeah,
It
I feel like the
sucked, bro.
bullets
It
from bosses.
sucked.
I do kind of miss the day of boss mechanics instead of just every boss's orda from Firebase.
Oh my
they just-
god.
Yeah.
help.
I like
I can still hear the dogs.
I am a big fan of health bars though. I will
Oh, health bars are
Me,
goated.
not so much. I don't know. I think I differ a little bit on that. It's like when it's
Boss
too
health bars,
much.
yes.
It's too
Zombie health
much.
bars, no.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I mean. I meant boss.
Oh,
boss
I'm
health
sorry.
bars. I
Oh.
think.
Well,
You're good,
bosses,
though.
yeah, that's kind of is what I'm referring to. Like, I
Which-
don't like when it's just a bullet sponge. It's like it takes too long and just, I don't know. Like when Patient 13 first came out, it took quite a while to take him down. Like it was painfully
us.
long the
Yeah.
first time. Was it?
Yeah.
Was it good? I
Dude,
don't know.
we
It just
They won in 11 minutes.
Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
All right, that's how we
I
got
definitely was not that time for us.
term clear too. Solely because we had
They you guys I feel like the main reason why that you guys had like a faster terminus boss than us was because you guys probably had 4 people. We only had 3. I think all of you guys were using Sally's, right?
We had 3, and Carpo wasn't.
3
Oh,
Sally's.
yeah, that was an
I-
effective
I
one,
think
though.
that we
For
only
sure.
had 2 Sally's.
I was using an
And then
STD,
also, LA and I were like swimming like chickens with their heads cut off by 3rd phase. So
We had a lot of deaths, but me and UK both had double packed Sallies, like with the dual wield, because we were fucking nerds.
yeah,
Oh, that
yeah,
was
that
effective in
explains
the
why y'all
beginning.
cooked him. That explains why y'all cooked him.
Definitely, that was a good loadout. Yeah, I didn't go in with that. I think I had the ASG at the time, which did
The
quite a bit of
ASG is
damage,
really
but
good. Yeah, no, it still is really good. You have
it
to
is.
focus on those precision shots, especially
It
on
was
like the
before
red
it's buffed,
spores
though.
or the whatever they're called, the warts.
The critical
On the
spots
boss,
on 'em,
but
yeah.
like
Bubble,
Mhm.
yeah,
oil
just
bubble,
generically
was
speaking, the
terrible.
Sallies are just they're good, just good,
Yeah.
Good.
really
They're
good.
Sallies. Yeah, crazy thing is that as lame as Orta is as a boss, it is okay, you could correct me on this. It is the first boss to have like a proper health bar. And I think it is
Yes.
a great change.
Mm, Painful health bar in my opinion, but that's just me.
A boss
Or
health
it's a
bar.
fucking
It's
bullet
so
sponge.
much cooler.
With a
Maybe-
timer and a health bar, man. Oh.
Yeah,
Orta has a
that-
timer?
Yeah,
No.
didn't that one have? Didn't Orta have a timer?
No, I don't think I
No.
don't think that Orta has a timer.
I think you're thinking of Legion from
Oh,
Legion had a
you know
timer,
what?
yeah.
I am thinking of Legion.
9
No,
minutes.
I hated
Yeah,
that
he
one.
was the first with a health bar. For,
Legion is
for
one of
zombies.
my favorite
I remember.
zombie
Sorry.
bosses of
Yeah.
all time. Unironically.
Yeah.
It's the only good thing
Orta
about
was
Outbreak.
not bad.
Legitimately the only good thing about Outbreak is Legion.
Yep.
I don't know.
Dude, oh my god.
I have played that map so
dude,
many times,
the
man.
the LFGs that I've done on Legion purely just because you know what? I haven't played Cold War in a while. Let's go play some Cold War. Let's dip our toes
Not
in there.
that map.
Of course,
I
I
did
see an
Outbreak
LFG for
too many
Legion. I'm like,
times, I
all
got
right,
sick
let
of
me
it.
do Legion, and then we get to the boss fight, and all my teammates, I'm in a 4-player lobby, right, for LFG. All my teammates are dying, and they're just like you can hear their groans. They're not having a fun time, and I literally saw them every single time. Like they would be grouped up. There'd maybe be like megaton splitters off in the distance, and then a mangler slowly approaching them. The 3 of them were stationary at like the center of the field, and they're just shooting Legion when he's in the corner of the arena. And I'm
Oh
just
my
like,
God.
I'm just running around, and I'm just pinging the fucking enemies behind them, and I'm trying to shoot them, and I'm like, guys, ads, and they just do nothing, and they just shoot at Legion. And it's like, oh my god.
Hey,
The
they're
number
trying
of
to help you out,
times
man.
I am a broken record for telling people you can't damage him when he's in the corner, and they're like, "But you can! I'm getting damage numbers." And I'm
No,
like,
you
"That's
can't.
not
The
how
not
it
capital
works, bro."
experience.
Oof. Man, I think it's more my distaste for that boss is more just the process it takes to get there. I think
Yeah,
because going
that's-
through
I don't-
Outbreak, it
It's
just
oh my god, Zoo.
it's a
Oh my
pain to
God.
always get to that point.
Sue, my beloved. Raw.
What is
Maybe
it
I'd
with
like it more if it
LFGs?
was faster, you know. I don't
What
know.
is it with LFG carries and having an obsession with telling you you're wrong about things that they don't even know about?
People
It
just
is
don't
not-
believe me sometimes.
Yeah.
I be telling people shit, like, and they just don't believe me. To be fair, for like the longest time ever, I believed that spiders could show up on Zetsubo in like round 8, and I don't know why I thought that. I'm gonna be fully honest with you.
Hang
Like-
on.
I mean, that's how you
Don't-
learn, though. I
Wait a
guess
minute.
sometimes you gotta be wrong, but when
Twist.
somebody's
Wait a
really
minute.
trying
What
to
do
tell
you-
you something. Wait, what are
Round
we waiting
6, 5, 6, 7. That's when spiders can show up on ZNS, bro.
It's not.
Do not tell me that you thought it was 6, 7, 8. Wistful.
for? Oh my god, that's so loud.
Hmm. It probably was 5, 6, or 7. It probably was.
It is 5, 6,
I
7.
can't remember last time I got him on
It is
round
That
8.
the
Noah
exact
so.
J.
same as
5, 6,
other
7.
stuff.
If 8 spiders exist, it's like incredibly unlikely.
You know what? I think it's more satisfying for my brain to tell myself that they don't exist. Because 3 rounds is better than 4.
I honestly can't remember.
Spiders were weird on that map.
Yeah, having to go
Little
to
bit.
the bait to get the juice. Is
I
brutal
honestly
as
don't
shit.
know if I'd like the spiders or the vermin better. The vermin are fucking criminals, bro.
Dude,
I
they
I
are
hate
so
how their
annoying. I like
damage
them.
goes up. Like, 2 hits and you're down. Getting up in, like, higher rounds in this game, it's like, it
I
kinda sucks,
also
Dude,
especially they
even if
leap.
you have probiotic with Jug on high rounds, if your armor is broke, you're still a 2-hit down.
No,
Like,
I'm
it's
talking with
crazy.
armor, which is the thing that annoys the heck out of me. With armor, to get
They do
hit
kind of
twice by a
penetrate through,
spider
I
and
think.
they take you out in 2 hits? Man, that's just
Yeah.
I can't believe it. There is an issue too with, and I really want to get your guys' opinion on this as well, but like the weapons, how much damage they do, and the scaling as you get up to like round 30, they start to
Yeah.
just like fall off hard. And
I can see
it
where the segue is
drives me
going.
crazy, man. I feel like a weapon feels good to me when it does a lot of damage, and I really like that kind of with Cold War. It felt like everything was doing a lot of damage to stuff. And I like when that's the case.
I
Yeah.
think they were just scared to have like AATs that kill zombies. Cause
Yeah.
like the BO3 days, don't get me wrong, AATs were really powerful, but they were like they were really fun. And they made high rounds like super accessible, which was the nice
Mhm.
thing about it. And I'm not saying that they like it was a perfect system, but like I feel like BO4 and Cold War especially, Cold War pre Shatter Blast definitely, like they just
Yeah.
didn't do anything. I feel like BO6 is a little better, but I don't
I
know.
hope to
They
God
did
that
fix
we
that in
get
Black Ops 6,
double
I
tap.
think.
I hope we get double tap.
They have been
It
teasing
would
it
be
far too
nice.
much. If they do not do it, Kevin Drew's going to get like death threats, bro.
Okay, we are not endorsing sending Kevin Drew death
No,
threats.
we are not endorsing
We are
this,
not
but,
endorsing
like,
Kevin. Not
Kevin
endorsing
Drew, we
death
love
But
threats.
you.
maybe.
Please don't harass people.
please do
don't.
not.
Maybe he needs
does
For the
not
just a little
solve
15
anything.
people who
motivate.
watch this
It does-
podcast, please don't harass people.
It does not solve anything.
Well, Treyarch does watch our podcast, so maybe they'll harass
Totally.
him for
Yeah.
us. So you know,
That's why they patched everything because we talked about it.
we've been
Oh my
leaking too much
God, bro.
information, dude. They've
Yeah.
been getting the good stuff from us, and we
Alright,
can't
it's
have
obvious.
that. You know.
It's all our fault. Sorry.
But
Okay.
yeah, no, I
It
think
is though.
double tap definitely would benefit the gameplay. Like you're
I would
still
like it.
like even with the 4 times damage buff glitch that we're using right now that's still not patched, like you still have to play the game. Like it's
Yeah.
still a game, you know, you're
Yeah,
struggling
I
a
don't
bit.
know. I don't know
But
where the idea that double tap was overpowered ever came from. That is just false.
Yeah, I don't know.
It was like like
It's
Double Tap
just
2.0, I feel
because
like was
the balance between the weapon rarities and double tap, I'm pretty sure is what maybe shifted the focus. But I
Then
mean,
why would
they
they
changed the
even
point system
introduce
fundamentally in the game because they wanted to give us infinite perk slots, you know, so you could have
Yeah.
them all. And because of that is the reason why that points are so hard to come by. It's so annoying to spend it on Pack-a-Punch. It's so annoying to spend it on ammo. And you know what?
Yeah.
They had the balls to quote unquote fix the problem by making Vulturate a perk.
Vulturate, yeah.
Yeah.
It
So,
solved
Vulturate.
so many issues I have with this
love
game.
Vulturate.
Yeah.
It's
It's
helped
so
a lot.
It's
Yeah.
I would go as far as to say that if Zombies continues on this modern trend where you have to get kills to get points, we need Vulturate in every game, every map. We
Yeah.
just need it. It's a necessity. I don't care if you put it on the
Yeah.
Wonder Fizz and I gotta wait to get it. Like it's a necessity.
IMO,
agree.
like the only time this point system has ever kind of worked was BO4. It wasn't good in that game. Don't get me wrong, but like it was better than
You
this.
were
'Cause
still
the
able to
game
get
was
points from damaging zombies in BO4.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You could still get
Yeah.
It
some
wasn't a
damage
full
points.
like crossover to if you stun a zombie you get a little bit of points. If you kill a zombie you get
And
this
the
amount of
doors
points.
weren't
If you get a critical kill, you
3,000
get
points. Like,
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
pretty
doors
penny
are
right there. Yeah.
incredibly expensive
Wow.
on this game. It's like I'm not usually buying a perk till around like 10 or 11, and I just feel like that's so weird to me.
There will be runs on Black Ops 4, especially Dead of the Night, where I will get to the boss and having upgraded my Spitfire all the way, I'll have no points for perks. I will not have a single perk.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay,
that's
that's fair.
rough.
Yeah.
And
I feel like Dead of the
honestly,
Night's
Yeah.
the exception in that game though, and Tag is also bad for getting points because there's 8,000 doors. But just
You're
fuck tag
door
in general.
rich.
Me and all my homies hate tag or toad.
And standing in a circle simulator for the last 20 minutes. Yeah, we love it.
I feel
love
like
the 15-minute guaranteed boss fight.
scaling is the thing that needs to be focused on a lot when they're bringing out a new game. It's like the way the rounds scale, the way that your weapons damage is scaling in the match, and points would be another big one. Like how all those things scale as you progress throughout the game. And although I feel like there has been a few fixes they've brought into the game, like buffing some weapons to bring up their feel of damage and stuff like that, all of that's been good. But there is a bit of an issue once you get up in those higher rounds, as you mentioned, like it just feels like your weapons don't do enough. And to say the wonder weapons don't do enough damage, that surprises me. Like the ray gun not doing much damage once you get it higher up in rounds and stuff like that. Like the ray gun should be overpowered because it's a wonder weapon, you know?
Ray gun
And
does enough
I'm
damage
not
in this
feeling that.
game.
It's
The rate of fire
When you
is
get
what
higher up,
is
it takes a
lackluster
lot
on it.
longer to take out enemies with that. Like then you're starting to get 2 hits to take just a regular zombie down, and then
Maybe,
going up a little
maybe.
bit, maybe a little more than that.
I would have to say though
It just-
that for one weapons in general in
know.
this game, like the jet gun and the beam smasher especially, they fit so well. The jet
was
gun
good,
is
though. That thing
so
is great.
broken. Like the
That's what I
jet gun
want,
is
yeah.
so broken. The beam smasher also broken in such a good and rewarding way. Like you
It
actually have
could
to
be
have
slightly
skill
better.
to use the beam smasher. And
Mhm.
the way that they nerfed
I-
its ammo gains a little bit just after launch, like yeah, you have to actually try harder. Granted, it's easier now with Vulture because I think the actual ammo that you
Yeah,
used to
that'll
pick up was like 100 ammo per ammo thing from killing the special enemies
on
and
day
the elites
one.
on day one. Then they nerfed it down to 9 ammo, and now with Vulture augment, it gives you 38. So
30. Yeah,
Yeah.
I knew it was.
Yeah.
okay.
I do think that a balanced zombies game is usually a more fun one, but like people, I like the thing with me and like the gun balancing is no matter what it is, I'm always just gonna use the most powerful gun, and there's always one gun that's good.
Yeah.
And like in BO6, I think there's actually a pretty good diversity of things that you can use. Like the XM4, the Tanto, the PU are all like really good guns that you can basically use
Craig
till
is
round
really
40.
good. Yeah,
Craig as
is
well?
really good.
Yeah, that one is too.
Yeah.
But when I was
You
doing
obviously
my
have
round
the
100
goat,
on
the
Citadel,
GS45, but
yeah. But like the round 100 on Citadel was like really fun because it involves everything in your kit. Like you use your gun, you use your sword, you use your like you use Simtexes and incantations. Like it's really
Yeah.
fun.
use the Casimir's, bro.
I-
Use those
That's-
Casimir's.
Dude,
Vulture
I honestly wasn't using
By the way,
Casimir's.
so that's nice.
Dude,
I probably should have been.
Dude, so you know what? I think I put something in the group chat for our cast. I
you
asked
did.
you a question earlier, and I think when Insomnia Virus made his guide for high rounds, I commented like the same question. Because I've been testing it recently. Because I recently prestiged to prestige 9. I'm not high enough level to craft Casimir's yet. So I was like, do I have to spend a permanent unlock token on this in order for them to spawn more frequent? Because I'm not getting them to spawn in. I think that it does work with the permanent unlock token. I just wasn't doing a lot of high rounds solo, and that's probably why that I wasn't getting a lot of spawns.
Huh. I've
So-
not had much of an issue with it, but I will warn you that it does take so many rounds for them to actually spawn in. Like when I was doing with monkey bombs, I mean, I would go maybe 2 or 3 rounds before I actually would get some spawning in. But then when they spawn, usually you get maybe like 2 at
2
that
or 3
exact
rounds
round.
to get a handful of Casimirs for free like that. That's not long to wait at all.
Like,
It's not.
No,
It's
that's not
not.
terrible.
That's
It's just
that's
Rounds
what
on
I was
Citadel
hoping
go
for.
so fast.
I
Yeah.
don't find myself using tacticals in Citadel though. I just use the incants. So I don't even know. I wouldn't know.
How lethal do you guys
You're
use?
training a lot, Carpal? It's more for like a camping strategy.
Monkey bombs I've been using for like my camo grinding, because I'll train a bunch of zombies, throw a monkey bomb down, get them in one space, and then just get all my headshots all before the monkey bomb
But
goes
not,
off. And
lad. You can
that's a good
always
way
just
of
play
doing it.
directed mode.
I
No,
have
no,
been
no, no,
doing
I
it in there
don't.
too. It's just
Bro,
both. I do it that
Directed
way.
mode Liberty Falls.
directed mode is the most boring shit ever.
It is
Penguin.
so
I
brain
will
dead.
say that, yeah, it's mind numbing.
It's so brain dead.
So
Yeah.
for Lethal's penguins, I like always run C4s because like in the back of my mind I'm like I'm gonna place this down and use it later. I never remember to. I literally never remember to place the C4s for the power ups.
I've been
I
running
actually use that more.
combat axes for
Yes,
hot
I was gonna
foot,
say the
but
same
when
Oh,
thing.
that's so fun.
Combat axes.
but when I'm
It's
not
so
running combat
fun.
axes, I like Simtaxes a lot. Simtaxes are really fun.
The only reason I use combat axes is because I know that I can use one infinitely, and it's just like regardless of what I'm doing, if I need to run somewhere, even if I can't like run like maximum speed, pull out my melee weapon, I think you actually run slower on Citadel with one of the swords than like
Yeah,
your
I
spawn
noticed
and
that.
dedicated
You
melee
do.
weapon. Just throw a tomahawk, run through it to pick it up again, and you're on cloud 9, bro. Dude, the hot foot augment on stamina up
Huh.
is so much fun in this game. It's so much fun.
I never even thought about that.
Is that like faster speed after a like a
Yeah,
critical
after
kill?
you
Is
use
that
a
kind of-
tactical, yeah.
after you get a no, it's not well,
Lethal,
yeah,
not
it's just
tactical.
any equipment
Is it
kill.
not use?
Tactical
Oh, it's
or
a kill.
lethal.
Okay.
So like if
Yeah,
you
it
throw
does
down a
work
monkey
lethal.
bomb, you get a kill, or a Casimir and you get kills, it gives you hot foot.
Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
It's not
GG's.
just your lethal.
There are some people who are really swearing by smokes in zombies, which
Dude,
They aren't
they
bad.
are
I
only good at the bomb
the
step on
Terminus.
Terminus. That
Yeah.
is the only thing that will ever amount to being good. That's
like
it.
Yeah.
Nothing
crazy
else.
concept. Ether Shroud exists, and there's an augment to make it longer, to where it covers most of the bomb duration. Like
Oh
But
yeah.
but
I never have much trouble
multiple
with zombies during
charges
that step
is
either.
probably
It's just
better.
that's
Plus,
so
if
fun.
you're on
charge-
solo,
no,
you
no,
probably have a
with
beam smasher. You can
with
slow the
with
zombies.
multiple charges and the time one are different. Like I
Yeah,
forget which is which, but one of
yeah.
them's minor, one of them's major.
No, they're both
No, they're both minors.
minors.
Am I crazy? I'm
Increased.
looking.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're insane. Because
Extra
the
charge
Matrix
and
is
extended duration are literally extra charge is the second minor, and then extended duration is the third minor.
as Carpal. The majors for the Ether Shroud is it
Group
covers
Shroud,
more like
Burst Dash,
Burst
Void
Flash,
Sheath,
and then
in
Void
that
Sheath.
order.
Sorry, I was thinking of the group one
Yeah.
and the long the
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
those are two, but yeah, no, you get multiple charges or you get increased duration.
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
I think increased duration is probably better, but I usually run multiple charges just because I like using Burst Dash as a weapon.
Yeah, I like that too. That's what I used
Yeah.
to run, but
Dude,
I
it
switched
is-
over to
it's
max
so
duration.
helpful for the
I don't know if
Terminus
I like
boss
it as
fight,
much. I
too.
don't know.
When you're like hoarding
Yep.
up the zombies and you know that patient 13's about to like come back up again
Gotta- you
mid
gotta
phase,
slam your
and you're
ass,
like,
yeah.
all right, I have a horde of zombies in front of me that I have to take care of, and I also want to get free damage on the boss. Let me just hoard them and get them in a perfect line, and just boop, and just like
Smash right
Back to the
through.
Future, zoom right in front of them and just eviscerate all of them. It's so satisfying.
Yep.
It's so
I
satisfying.
also the Burst Dash. I know it's not like the meta anymore, but Burst Dash for the Raven trial is just so nice. I fucking hate the Void incantations because like sometimes it'll send them up on
Yeah.
the floor above and it won't give you the kill.
Yeah.
So I can't
Ooh.
consistently
sucks
get
that
that with four
I
incantations.
always, whenever I'm doing that, I always use Frenzied Guard before I even like get to that point, like go into the boss, and then I'll switch to Ether Shroud. If I'm on co-op, I'm not using Burst Dash. I'm using Group Shroud because of the whole like
Yeah.
Guardian manipulation. If I'm on solo, I could use Burst Dash, but let's be honest. The amount of souls you need for that Mystic Orb challenge on solo, you're gonna get it with two very decent amount of hordes of zombies, so like 7 or 8 zombies each with the incantation. Like that's all you need.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
Yeah.
I've gotten it a couple of times. Like it's just whenever I'm playing co-op, I like cannot consistently get it with just the 4
Yeah,
that I usually bring in.
it's like 2 from
and I'm
from
always-
another podium, and then 2 from within the Undercraft. Yeah.
It's just like when solo, yeah, I could probably do it. It's just I get one Burst Dash kill, like one full horde, and then that's usually enough with one incantation to get it done.
Nice. I guess I never really did that for that particular step, but that's a cool idea. I like that.
Penguin, did you also learn the same way that I did? That Burst Dash was able to track souls for that just by watching the
I watched the
speedruns?
Kingman. Yeah, I watched
Yeah,
Kingman speed.
yeah. We learned from watching Kingman.
Not Kingman almost getting in trouble in Evan's stream for spoiling stuff.
Oh my god.
Dude,
I
that was
think I'm
hype.
the
That was a
one
hype
person who
moment.
hasn't seen this.
Hey, if someone
Yeah,
is gonna
so
spoil it, you know, they should be glad it was Kingman. If
it was
someone's gonna
Kingman.
spoil it.
I love that movie, by the way. Great. They had made 3 of them. That's
Oh
awesome.
yeah, they made a movie after Zombies.
They made a
Is that-
movie
yeah.
about Kingman the speedrunner.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I love that one. That's so good.
The
Yeah, I don't
greatest
think I know
trilogy
who
of all
this is. So
time.
I'm a little out of
He's
this
just
one, but
he's like the BO6 speedrunner guy.
oh, is he really?
I think he's held
he
all
is
3
the
maps.
modern
And
speedrunner
here
guy.
I thought it was
nah,
Whist.
no.
My gosh.
He is the modern speedrunner guy. The guy that's all he does. Literally, that's all he does.
So he's big into it. I got you.
He's been doing this since Cold War. Like since it's been since its prime. He's been doing this since Cold War.
Nice.
No, I remember.
Yeah,
he did some,
I remember watching a
blood-
fucking
blood
I
runs
think
back
it
in
was
the-
like a Mr. T Alexify video recently. Where he would just like be
bro.
roasting shit guard zombies, and then there would be a moment in the video where it's just Kingman's Twitter clip. The difference between round 1 and 18 on Duran Fang, and it's just there's metal music playing in the background, and as soon as he spawns in on the round 18 challenge, he's just dead. He's just
Oof.
Vanguard was
Yeah,
was a
I
dark
haven't
time,
watched
bro.
Lexified since all the Fallout and everything happened.
Yeah,
I haven't really heard anything from that guy
I
anymore.
can't
so-
watch his videos after what I've seen.
Bro,
Yeah,
it's kinda the
I
same.
don't know why, dude. Every time that I get a noti for that, there's this part of my brain. It's like, dude, I don't want to watch this, and then I watch it anyway, and I'm like, I hate what I am listening to. I hate what I'm watching. He has fallen so out of touch with. I don't know why I watch his content. I don't know why. I don't know
My
why.
whole issue with Zombies YouTube right now is like, when it comes to like watching Easter egg videos, like I was there, like with Citadel especially, like we were there like solving that shit. So it's like, well, I don't really need to watch like guides or anything on this
I
anymore.
still haven't watched
then-
any of Milo's guides for the swords because I just
and then
learned
like
it all.
Twitter,
So-
like with Twitter, like I see everything that's like, oh, here's exactly like the Raven Sword puzzles. Like I saw that on Twitter before anyone could make a guide.
right.
Oh, here's like the fire cell. Like that's usually like I see it like
Same thing.
a day or two before anyone can make a video on it. And then when it's stuff
People
like
are fast
Lego
at that.
and Jev who make like the occasional zombies video, like I had Nebula before both of them, so
Damn.
it's like, you know, I didn't really have any interest in like seeing somebody else get
crazy.
it when I.
So-
It's
Social
actually
media
crazy
goes
how some
fast on
people
that
have
stuff.
said that Jev is actually better at like he's more of a camo guy than Lego is, when that's literally Lego's channel. Like that's what he's known for. I feel.
Lego-
Wouldn't he be known for Legos? You know, I'm just saying.
You'd think, wouldn't you? But no,
know,
he's
that
a COD
name
guy.
seems
It
a
makes
little
no
misleading.
sense.
Lego COD Zombies is something I need.
That you know, that would be a cool mod map. I actually would find that kind of dope. Actually, I think there is Lego mod maps. Yes, there is. I
Yeah.
actually downloaded one before. I forgot about that.
Pulling
That's an
up
old map,
Workshop
though.
now.
Dude, there is.
Pulling up
might find
Workshop
more than
right
one.
Now.
Oh man.
Lego, please.
My whole thing with Lego's content is like he is he's very good at making content, but like when it comes to camo grinding, I feel like it's hard to make it enjoyable to watch, especially in this game.
hmm Yeah, it's a process. I was
Whoa,
never
oh
into
my
like the camo
God.
grinding, but this Black Ops 6 is the first time I've ever been into it. And I never was big into prestiging either before. I would just play the game, but I've been into it recently, and I don't really know why. I just been very competitive with it, and I don't have a reason. Just it's
Guys,
something new, you know. But I
Not-
really actually kind of enjoyed it. Just the
not
grind
that
is a little
specifically.
painful.
Not that
what-
specifically. You guys remember Noah J's contest he held a while back? It was like the
Yeah,
escape
the
room
mapping.
Yep.
Yeah.
That one. Yeah.
There is a Lego temple escape that plays pretty high for that, and it looks sick.
Temple Escape.
Fucking
Huh?
I
the zombie
listen. When I get the PC, I'm so down to do some
Let's go.
customs.
and
Yes.
all the
We
toys
gotta
are
we gotta do
Lego,
some
all
customs.
the
The four of
zombies are
us. We
Lego.
gotta do some customs.
So down.
Absolutely. I love mod maps. I still I hate this one with a burning passion, but there's a infinite Yoshi's map, and the problem with that particular one is you have a health bar that does not regenerate, and that's the problem with the whole thing. But I love the challenge of it. I kept going in that for streams, and I kept playing that map over and over again, and it was rough, but man, was it fun. I like the concept. It was cool. And I love that mod maps do that, you know? I love that people are so creative like that. There's even a tower defense that was in one of the mapping competitions. That looks so cool.
Yo,
I want to try it.
the custom mapping community, the custom modding community for zombies is creative, you say?
Yeah, they're creative.
Bro's out here like, yo, I'm about to enjoy Infinite Yoshis when Calm City exists.
Wait, what?
Poop
You
of
don't
the
know about
Dead.
Cum City?
I haven't heard
Yeah,
about
for
this
the
one,
dead.
no.
Poop of the Dead.
Burger King zombies.
I have heard
Like-
that one, actually. That one I do know.
Poop of the Dead wasn't a horrible map.
Have you guys
Not heard
touched
that
the
one.
Burger King Zombies franchise?
I've done like the Wendy's one. I know, and I did a Taco Bell one
there-
on stream
it
one
was an
time.
Back when custom maps were first starting and they weren't as demanding, I could play them a lot more. So I have played like some of like the old McDonald's, like Wendy's stuff like that.
I've never
I did play
played
Poop of the
any of
Dead.
the fast food ones.
They really
I've
aren't that
only
good.
seen them from like
Nah,
Vanoss or
there's
something.
nothing really crazy about them. At least not that I've seen so far.
I mean, they are what they advertise. It's zombies in those fast food restaurants.
Yeah,
that's
literally.
it.
And you have like
Can't
this cringe weird ass Bible ending or some shit. It's
They,
like,
they just always remind me
yeah,
of the
I'm
old
done.
fashioned "you always win" days. I don't remember if you guys remember that.
Yeah,
the
I
yeah
do,
days.
actually.
I don't.
Yeah.
Wiz, you were relatively recent to the zombies community, right? At least like
Must
BO3,
be.
right? Was when you started
I
playing?
didn't even. No, I don't think I even know who You Always Win was when BO3 was in its
There-
prime.
They kind of stopped playing zombies and like when Exos was coming out. They still
Was it really
upload,
that
I
early?
think.
Yep.
Yeah, it was.
They still upload, I think, but like they just kind of started falling off around
Wait.
Exo Zombies.
They have not been falling off anymore at all. I've seen their
You Always
content that
Win?
they've made recently. They pump.
I'm gonna check it out right now, actually, because I haven't looked
They
at their
pump.
channel in probably a decade, unironically.
Yeah, I'm actually curious. I've not heard anything
That's
about
not
them
what I
from.
Oh my god.
Huh.
You always win. What do you mean they're popping off? I'm gonna be fully honest. This video has 7,000 views.
Well, it's more
Hey,
views than
Last
I get,
video
I guess.
that I
So,
watched from them,
yeah.
I'm maybe am I crazy? Is that
By
Hold on.
by the scale of the people
wasn't the last
speaking
wasn't
right
the
now,
last
that is-
video that I watched had like 200 some K?
They're still like getting decent views, like 30, 40K, and they're uploading 2-3 times a week, so they're making a living off this still. But
I didn't even realize they were still
shit.
going.
Wait.
Wow.
I know
okay.
they've been
Oh
uploading.
my god.
since
Wait. Holy
I've,
since
crap.
they
I've
stopped
heard
getting
of it.
like 300-400K per
Whoa.
video.
Their
But-
thumbnails look super AI generated.
Oh, they're 100%
Oh
AI
yeah,
generated.
no, they definitely do.
Gotta keep up with the times,
I'm not gonna
you know?
lie. I think I was not thinking about You Always Win. I was thinking about
Oh, actually,
something else.
you reminded me of something we should talk about. The whole AI fiasco that's going down with Treyarch. I do want to kind of get your guys' thoughts on it. Like,
It's just it's
apparently some of the artwork and stuff that you gain from like calling cards and stuff like that is AI generated.
Yo,
I didn't notice this at first.
Six
That's not what I'm talking
fingers.
about. That's
So-
not-
That's one of the
Stanford,
aspects.
Six fingers.
The other thing is the voice actors and how they
So
left
I'm-
because
yeah.
the AI part in their contract. So, yeah, what do you guys think about that? I hate that they got rid of original Samantha's voice. I thought she played the
Yeah,
the character
Bro,
well.
dude, I'm
She sounded
livid for that.
enthused, you know, and
I
hated
watched
it.
Milo's video on the whole topic, and
It's the
when
same
I
actor
learned
since
what
World at
SAG, isn't that what it's called,
Yeah,
SAG-AFTRA?
She's gone. She's gone.
Isn't that what it's called?
SAG-AFTRA.
Yeah, I looked
Yes,
into the whole thing. I watched videos and stuff to like learn more about the organization. Bro, I did not realize how bad it is right now. Like I did not realize
Oh,
how
it's
bad
horrible.
it was. Apparently, it was way
didn't know they could
worse
add
and
that
way
in
more
contract.
complicated in 2016. Apparently, it was.
Last year
Really?
it was even really bad.
All the strikes happening for the
Yep.
actor
Yeah.
community.
Yeah.
My whole opinion, the AI voice stuff, unacceptable. Like
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
actors should
Yeah.
100% like
Yep.
the Weaver voice actor and the Samantha Max's voice actor have been with Call of Duty for nearly like at least Weaver's actor, he did some stuff in BO4. But like that means he's been around for like 7-8 years. And the fact that
Yeah,
he
it's
isn't
a
getting
long
any
time.
protections is insane. And
That's
it's the
ridiculous.
same Samantha voice actor since World at War. It's her again. They got the
she's-
same woman.
Julie Nathanson
So,
has
like-
been a part of the series for almost 20 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn.
Like
Wow.
the fact that she is not getting any sort of protections is
Criminal.
crazy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now,
that's
however,
criminal.
I will say this about the actual art in like the game. I think there's a pretty high chance that Treyarch got scammed with those.
Oh?
Like I would, me and
How
a lot of like I don't know if you guys know how like those types of emblems and calling cards are made. Most of those aren't in-house Treyarch. They commission them from artists.
Oh.
So
That I
my
didn't know.
guess, there are some of them where like yes, definitely this was made in-house with AI. Like the one I can think of right off the top of my head. You remember the Gobblegum event like hand with 6 fingers?
Yeah.
That one
Yes.
had to have been made by Treyarch. However,
Ah.
the Santa zombie, the like
Yeah, that
25
one
kill
kinda
calling
looks
card.
AI.
Yeah, no,
It's
it is 6 fingers.
suspicious.
It's 100% AI. Like there are like confirmed AI. People have put them through
Oh, there.
generators and they've told like it's come back positive. They're
Sure.
all like in the same art style and they clearly have some digital altering done to them. So people like I think personally they got scammed on those, but I also don't think they care. So
No, probably
Yeah,
not.
No, probably not. I mean,
I mean, the workload of creating all those calling cards probably is a bit excessive. And I could see how AI would help in like the creation of those and speeding up maybe game production and getting everything out there in time. I
Yeah.
can understand
appears
that.
lazy.
It's just I know because I follow a lot of different artists out there that they have a big gripe with like AI generated artworks because it takes
yeah.
away from actual artists and stuff like that. So that was kind of why I brought that up because I was curious like what do you guys think of that? Like it's unfair to the people that originally would have made the
Yeah, it
artwork or
steals
something
art
like
to
that,
make
you
it.
know,
It's like
did,
yeah.
did anyone here watch the Game Awards, the most recent one?
I
did.
did watch
I
the
did
Game
not.
Awards.
I watched it
There-
late, but I got to it.
Yeah, if you don't know already, there was an entirely AI generated game trailer for a game that does not exist.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
Which
Like,
one was it?
I
It's
need to
on
watch
Steam
that.
right now. It is called Catly. It's like a cat game.
Cat. Oh yeah,
Got
yeah.
that.
Oh, I did see that one. That one looked weird,
Catly?
man. I don't want to play that.
How do you
It's not
spell it?
Cat
Catly?
and Lee.
Cat
Yeah,
what?
it literally wasn't a game.
It's
Cat
not
and
real.
Lee.
The developer's name is super
Cat
authentic.
LY.
You can't. Yeah,
It's the
Cat
Doesn't
word
sound like
cat
he's
with an
super authentic,
LY
what
at
is
the end
it?
of it. Catly.
Cat Lee.
Yeah, those are some freaky looking cats. I'm just gonna say.
Also, listen,
I didn't
I'm not
like it.
saying Erdtree didn't deserve the win. I don't think it should have been in the running. Like, I don't think DLC should have been in there.
I
Why
agree
was
Genuinely.
with you,
Subnautica 2 not in the game awards?
Most
announcements?
anticipated.
down.
I am so anticipating that game. I really want to have that game
That-
soon.
that
I
is
think it's because of
literally-
Below Zero doing not great that Unknown Worlds has been
You
getting a
think
bit
that's it?
cooked.
Yeah.
Below
Bendy
Zero was
and
really
the Ink
not great to me.
Machine, Like Joey Drew Studios, they are bringing out another game. I just saw the trailer
Oh yeah,
for it, which
dude,
was
those people are like blacklisted from the Game Awards.
really?
Do
Why?
Do you not know about all the controversy with the Meatly games?
I guess I haven't heard about it. No.
Dude, you gotta watch the 4-hour documentary of how like
4 hour
actually fucked
documentary.
up.
Wow. Okay. I'll
The
have to check it
Meatly
out,
I
guess.
think is fine, but like the co-developer of those games is like an unbelievably horrible person.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Like I
I
can probably
didn't
find
know
the
that.
video link because it shows up in my recommended every once in a while.
Damn.
But I just know if you look up like Joey Drew Studios controversy, it'll probably
guess
show
I'll
up, and it's like a
I'll have
4-hour
to.
long video.
Damn. Yeah, I like their games. I played Bendy and the
No,
Ink Machine
Bendy
when it
and
first came
they were
out,
both
and
really fun.
Dark Revival. They were excellent, but yeah, I had heard nothing about
No, I don't think
anything
it's
behind the
like I don't
company,
think
I
it's
guess.
terrible to like support the company. I think a lot of it is just like one person. But like
Okay.
I'm pretty sure they're like hard banned from the Game Awards because I'm pretty sure like
Wow.
Jeff Keighley is involved with some of it, if I remember correctly.
Well,
So
it's got to be
no.
serious to get banned from the Game Awards. I'm
Jeff
assuming like
Keighley?
that sounds like
Really?
a serious thing.
Like, really?
yeah,
Jeff Keighley.
like no, he's not involved. Like he was affected by it or something like that. Like it was some scam that one of the developers did.
Oh,
Like one of the developers just has like a horrible background.
Huh? That's
There's
a shame.
like the Meatley and somebody else, and it's the other guy.
Huh?
I'd
Wow,
have to look
now
at
I'll-
it again. It's been about a
I'll
year since
check
I've
it
watched
out,
that
'cause
video.
that is
other than
interesting.
That little AI fiasco, Game Awards were great.
Yep, I actually like really. I think Astrobot was a fine win. I would have preferred a Belatria one, but
I want to play
Mhm.
Astrobot so bad. I don't have
I
a
had
place.
not heard as much about Astrobot, surprisingly. I think
It
I
was
saw
so
it in
much
my game
fun.
list, and
I've
I
watched
looked at it and was
playthroughs
like, I
already, and
don't know
it
about
looks
this,
like
but I'm hearing
it,
so much about it.
My brother played all of it, and then he lent me the game, and it's peak. It's actually so good.
it looks like to
Really?
me it looks like a modern day mix of Mario Sunshine and Mario Galaxy.
It,
Like two of
to,
my
to
favorite games.
me, it plays like a mixture between Galaxy and like Banjo Tooie, if you can kind of.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
For me, it just
Okay.
looked like an
I
indie
am
Steam game that some
oblivious to
person
what
created in
you
their
guys are
basement.
talking
It is.
about,
I
but
have not
it's
played it, and
The
it is-
Game Awards, my dude.
it is the
Awards.
best, probably.
well,
the
I guess
best platformer
specifically the
game
game that you guys were talking about. I know you guys are talking about Game Awards.
Yeah, it's one called Astrobot, right?
Yeah, PlayStation's
and
new icon after they absolutely fucking murdered Sackboy.
it did not look
Rest
like it was
in
going to be
peace.
that legitimate of a game. So I didn't give it the benefit of the doubt, and I guess I should have.
It is an I haven't even played it. I've only watched people play it. It is an incredible platformer.
Dude, honestly, like Capital, I would, or sorry, not Capital, Carpal, I wouldn't be opposed. Like, I could give you the PSN
Capital.
stream. You could like stream it to your PC and play it on that. You just have to plug in a controller.
Oh,
If I gave you my PlayStation info, yeah,
okay. I'll have to talk to you about that afterwards.
I would not be opposed to doing that because unironically, peak video game.
Okay. I think we've reached the point where we're off of BO6, and I feel like this is a good stopping point.
Yeah,
So
I don't totally disagree.
We could do that. Sir Capital there.
yeah,
Yeah.
Do you wanna sign us off? I don't know. Did we cover everything we wanted to though? I feel, are we missing something?
I also feel
Uh,
like we might be missing something. Hold up. We talked
Okay.
about patches. We talked about bugs.
I knew
talked
there was
about
some other
day
stuff that we
one, week
wanted to
one.
cover, but I can't remember what it was.
I thought we did.
We might have
a
touched
good
base on
job,
everything, but
okay.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
We kind of gloss over the day one stuff, but like honestly, there's not a whole lot to mention about it. It's like, yeah, it was pretty fun.
Like I'm not gonna
Yeah.
sit here
Excited
and
for the next one.
brag about all our accomplishments. That's not what we're here for.
No.
What?
Listen, when we get the worlds first.
I don't know about you, but I am amazing, me myself.
We're gonna talk for 2 hours about how we got world first when that happens.
Dude, if we ever get worlds first, I'm fucking doing that, bro.
I am
sick,
prepared for hours on that.
I will never let
Oh,
anyone.
wait. There was one thing that we need to talk about. We need to talk
I
about.
also have
there
one
is one
other
thing.
thing that I wanted to bring up too.
Alright,
But
alright.
go ahead.
Beautiful. You go
for it.
first, because I'll
Oh, are
remember
you sure?
mine. Yeah.
I wanted to get your guys' opinion on the frequency of doppelgasts in the game itself. At first,
Balanced.
when you're starting the game, it's not so bad, but then they come in every single round.
round.
I feel like
The
it's
round
a little
70 where there's
excessive.
19 of them.
Well, yeah, it goes up in numbers too. Yeah,
Hey,
that also.
I don't really.
I don't
play
mind
high
it at
rounds,
all at that
but
point.
there
I
was
don't
a
mind
snake-
it. They die so quickly, even on the high rounds. They're not like manglers.
It bothers me slightly. For me, it does bother me a bit.
Okay, and any other topics that you wanna?
Yes.
Okay.
This might drag the duration a little bit, but I want to hear
Okay.
your guys' thoughts about where we might be going for DLC 2, and then also our thoughts about the reveal that Kraft is Richtofen's adopted father, or I'm sorry, Rather, I should say, Richtofen
the
is
cutscene.
the adopted son of Kraft. I'm
Alright,
curious to
first-
hear your guys' thoughts about the
first
lore. The
Okay,
lore.
first thought about that is that they completely botched that reveal by having a radio.
Thank
telling
you.
that it's in the map.
Thank you.
I
Thank you
agree.
for agreeing with me.
Yeah.
Thank you for
full
agreeing with
agreement.
me on that.
Yeah, same.
They should have just kept it in the cutscene and then not talked about it
Yup.
in that stupid fucking Richthofen radio, bro.
Yeah.
Or the Richthofen radio should have only unlocked after you beat the main quest.
Yes.
Either or.
Yes.
That
Yes.
would have
It
made
should
more
have.
sense, honestly.
Absolutely
Because they
should have.
track when you beat it.
I remember
they can see
that.
when you beat the main quest. So like they could have just had the intel not show up until after you've completed it.
Or it could have been a reward for the Easter egg in your like actual. You just get it for beating it.
Exactly.
Yeah, that
Yep.
too. You know.
Yeah, like
Wow,
give us
dude,
give us
Yeah, I
an
agree.
audio recording to
Yeah.
just listen to in the menus. Yeah, I think
Listen-
that'd be awesome.
On the whole like we're going to an excavation site in France, even if it isn't Origins, there better be a fucking Origins reference, man. There better be like a dead
there
giant
better
robot.
Be, yeah.
Like there
I
better be a
hope so.
dead giant robot somewhere, or there better be like a dark ether mode where we can go and see a robot or like one of the staffs.
Yo, what if
I don't
they
care.
reinvent zombie blood to like work with Ethereum or some shit? Like what if they
I don't think they'll
reinvent
ever bring back
the
zombie blood. Just
Dude,
because Ether Shroud exists.
I want it
Throwback.
so bad for no reason.
Imagine like a one of those the drop things that you shoot and it spawns a drop. You could have like a makeshift ether shroud by just C4ing one of those and getting a zombie blood.
I wanna. I think
Yo,
that'd be a good
map
idea, but
exclusive drops. Hey yo,
that'd be sick.
that'd be all.
I
that'd be
wanted to
absolutely
bring up
awesome.
the idea of like how we got like Lightman, Tesla Storm, and Vulture.
Mhm.
Do you think every map in the future is gonna need like a new field upgrade, new ammo mod, and new perk to be like super unique? Because I kind of do. Like
I like it. I
Lightman-
like that you get something new like that in every every category. Like get a
So,
new ammo mod, a new
Vulture
Wonder
Aid
Weapon, all that stuff in it.
changes
I
not
like that.
just the map that it came out for; it changes the
the game.
entire game.
the whole game.
That's
Tesla
what I
Storm
mean.
does like nothing for me. I don't know about y'all.
I
It does
same.
nothing.
I think
I got a
Tesla Storm
calling
was
card
just
from
added because they had it in the fight. Like it was basically just
Yeah.
Cold War.
Cold
Like-
War, yeah.
Add it, and so
I
And
don't
then
think we're gonna get Ring of
Lightman, I
Fire.
think is the only. I think Lightman is the only thing that like genuinely has an impact on specifically Citadel, and it's for two reasons.
way
One
you play
is the
as
boss
well.
fight, and two is because currently in the game there's only one entity that's really weak to Lightmen's. It's so funny. You find so many people who make videos on YouTube right now about like, hey, what's the new best ammo mod for this game? And like, yeah, I know that there's a lot of people who are
Bombers.
like, yo, the Shatter Blast from Cold War. Guys, the ammo mods are not valuable based off of their ability to kill. They are not
They're based off
necessarily
the damage they do
based
to the
off of-
bosses.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
literally what the entities are weak to. So it depends what map that you play. That's
I'm gonna be
that's
honest
what
with you.
the
if,
ammo mods are meant to be judged off of.
if the
Yeah.
amalgams couldn't be like one shot by the incantations, I probably would still use Deadwire or Shadow Rift on
Yeah,
Citadel.
that's understandable.
Deadwire's like major argument is just super goated, but like that's the thing I like about them bringing in new like ammo mods and shit like that. Like, should they go back and like if they made Manglers weak to Lightmen, that'd be sick. Like
would be.
amalgams are weak to 2 different damage types, so it's possible. Like
Yeah.
in the game engine already.
Yeah.
Like it'd be sick if they went back and like made even if just like make parasites weak to Lightmen. Like something
it
else.
causes you to like change up your play strategy. And
Okay,
that's such a
exactly.
cool
hold
thing
up.
because like
what
people have
what
been just
actually
experimenting with
benefits
things,
you
know?
for having a weakness against parasites or vermin? Like,
Bro, I don't know. but
why
I'm
would
just
you
saying.
benefit from shooting them with cryo freeze? Like, I know that that's a weak elemental type,
Yeah,
but like,
no.
like genuinely,
They already get
I
one
want to
shot.
ask you
You're
genuinely.
buying yourself
Why
time,
does it matter?
You know?
Like at that point, may as
Um,
well just have one be weak to fucking zombies. Like,
Yeah, but that's what I mean. It's just like
dude, cryo
it'd
freeze
be nice
is
if they went
the
back and
most
added
slept
stuff
on
like
ammo
that.
mod in this entire game.
Dude,
It's so
camo
slept
grinding
on.
it was my
Pretty
goat.
worthless.
Camo grinding
Yeah.
it was my goat. No, you don't understand. The like ice storm with elemental pop in camo grinding, easiest headshots of my life. Now,
Really.
granted, directed mode exists.
I never used
But
it for
I don't
all of my
have it set up
Nebula
that way, I
grinds.
guess.
Never used it once.
I
Well,
always had
maybe-
a gun with
maybe a couple
napalm
times
and
'cause you
always a gun
played
with
it, but-
cryo on Liberty.
You
And
know
then it
what?
was always
again,
Deadwire and always cryo on
I think I have that
yeah.
augment set up for cryo, but I've never had like a cloud or anything for him. I don't know if I've
you
just
have to kill a zombie
been
that's
bugged out or
already
something.
frozen. So you have to get cryo to
I
proc
had
on the
to
zombie
have at
and
some
then
point. I mean,
yeah, it's rare on the early rounds, but when you're in like round 30, it happens a lot more.
I'm gonna double check and see if I actually have it set up.
I
I'm
just
pretty
don't-
sure I got that on
I
there.
just
but
don't use cryo. Like I don't have a reason to use cryo.
They need to make a
Certain
boss that's weak
weapons.
They
to
need
cryo
to make
freeze, 'cause
yeah, they need to make a
Yeah.
boss
None of
that
the
takes
major
cryo.
bosses are even weak to it.
I used
Like-
it in Cold War.
Brain rot.
I used
I
it in
don't
BO4
think
as well.
I don't like brain rot. I've never
The
liked
I
Mega
like
Tons
brain
used
rot
to be
solely
affected
because
by
of
it.
the infinite monkey bomb thing.
Yeah, I guess. I just
I
if
like
they're gonna
the-
make a new boss that requires a certain like ammo mod, like if anything, just please give us cryo, please. I don't actually think that cryo was like weak to anything important in Cold War. Like it wasn't it literally like plague hounds again, and that was
Plague
it.
hounds.
Megatons were
And-
affected by.
No,
cryo.
they were
Wait,
Deadwire. They
no.
were Deadwire.
Was it
They were
Deadwire?
They
Oh.
were
They
definitely
Deadwire.
Deadwire. Yeah, no, 100% they were
Mm.
Deadwire.
Oh no,
All
I thought they
Krasny's
Wonder
were
Weapon.
Krasny's
That
were
did a lot
Shatter
with that one.
Blast because
Yep.
they're like
That
mechanized.
was their map.
The abomination. Wait, what is that?
Napalm. It was napalm.
Right, it still is.
Napalm
It
again.
still is napalm.
Manglers
Okay.
are also napalm.
And yeah, manglers are napalm as well, which
And
makes
then
sense.
mimics were brain rot.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, the brain rot mimics. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I
That's the-
did, like,
I only
why-
know that because of camo grinding. And
think
Cold War.
cryo,
That's the
dude.
only reason I know.
fucking
Sounds like something
cryo.
Red Death. Sounds like something Red Death would say.
About wait, what?
Brain rot mimics.
Oh my
I
god.
don't know.
If mimics come back in this game, I'm gonna be pissed.
They're already in the
I've
game.
been
The
wondering.
disciples are as
No.
well. Please don't give us
No,
them.
listen,
We want new
listen,
enemy
whistle
types.
some for it.
They're in the
They
game.
won't.
Wait,
Yeah, so was the
actually,
KSG, bro. We're not.
there
having-
is mimics in the game already. I forgot about this.
There is a
They're
mimic in the
campaign.
game. A mimic
Yeah.
in the game. A disciple
mimic,
in the
I guess,
game.
yeah. In the campaign, so it has come back. It does look cool, and the sound design they did behind the mimic sounds super cool. I just gotta say that scene
Yeah,
when I
give
heard
brain
it,
rot
like,
a use.
that sounds sick.
Honestly, though, if they only show up on like one map, I think I'd be fine with mimics coming back.
I want new things though. I think that's
Yeah,
what
I
I want.
agree.
It's like I get that they wanted to bring back like the manglers. They want to bring back the three-headed creatures. I can't even think of the name right now. But
I'd be
Bro,
fine.
Insomnia
honestly, if
Virus
they-
I
just
like the new
replied to my
concepts.
comment. Well, I say just, but I only got the notification now. Apparently, he replied to it like 2 hours ago. He just says, "You don't need to craft Gershes. You can just pick one up from the drops." He just
Yes.
didn't answer my question at all of what I
If
meant to
you,
say.
um,
But
picked
it's
them
fine.
up.
I already have the answer now.
But like honestly, with mimics, if they half their health and then like if they were a replacement for like vermin or parasites, I think I'd like that just fine. And then there's a unique mini boss on the map or whatever it is, special zombie.
I would
pretty
rather
good.
them keep parasites and vermin in the game because I think parasites, as annoying as their projectiles are, I think they fit the game. Vermin, maybe their damage balancing for higher rounds could be attuned, but I think the only reason that they changed it for that was to make the experience more, like you want the vermin rounds to be, faster because they were really slow before, but we also want to add a fair bit of challenge into them so that you still have to like, be on the edge of your seat. I like vermins being like a unique enemy type in this game. Like definitely.
I'm
keep them.
fine with that too. Wait, didn't Jingle Hells come out today?
Today?
Oh.
Is it today?
Yeah,
Wait.
it's
I gotta jump in. I
swear
gotta do
to
some
God it
recording
was
of that.
it might
Bro,
be the 19th.
I need to die to the fucking storm, bro.
Battlefields, yeah.
I need to test that. I need to test
It's
that.
gonna be cool to try to do the Easter egg with that all happening. I'm looking forward to that. That's
yeah.
gonna be neat.
Yeah.
in conclusion of my point, I was just gonna say, I think every map needs a new perk. Like
Yeah.
I genuinely, if I don't get a new perk every map, I'm gonna be a little disappointed.
No, I think we've kinda come to
don't see
expect
there
it a bit.
being room for it on the Der Wonder Fizz. I hope to God that I'm wrong though, and that we
They
get new
can
perks.
they can extend that
yeah.
fucking menu down, bro.
Just
Yeah.
Hey, I'm not talking about the menu. I'm talking
Oh, on
about
the
the
actual
model.
machine.
Yes, I'm talking about the model.
They
On
can
the
just
outside?
change it to the Cold War model, bro.
Yeah.
It doesn't have all the
Kind of
perk
already-
icons on the outside
Does it
anyway.
even
There's
have
only
the
one
rest
out
on
of order spot left on that Wonder Fizz. There's only one.
Oh, Vulture actually did fill up a slot.
Yeah, it did.
Oh, did it?
And there
I
was
didn't know.
only
I
guess I
2
never
at
noticed.
launch. There was only 2 out of orders at launch
Wait,
before Vulture
so
came out.
Double tap makes you shoot 2 bullets,
So,
and this is
You
DLC.
might get one
2?
more.
Oh,
Yo.
Yo.
Okay.
It almost makes too much
but
sense.
If I'm,
Nah,
if I'm being honest,
there's no
if
way.
they
There's no
give
way.
us Mule Kick instead of Double Tap,
Uninstall the game.
I'm gonna be pissed.
Uninstall the game. Yep.
I'm gonna be
I
pissed.
kind of.
We already
like
have 3
Mule
weapons.
Kick.
We don't need it. The
I
benefits
don't
of getting
mind
extra
it, but
ammo
I
to
would
drop
think
from
double
zombies,
tap
that was a
more.
skill from Koa. We already
Dude,
have
I
it in
can
Vulture 8,
barely-
please. That's the
I
end of it.
can barely upgrade 1 gun. I don't need 3.
Or 4.
I kind of want
Technically
3.
4.
I'm not gonna
Technically
lie
4.
with you. Ammo's been an issue for me in the
9,000
past.
salvage times 4.
I want 3
Guys,
guns
I love
plus that gun
27,000
glitch.
salvage. Dude, no. I pull up the 4 guns. I got the.
You might want to read the
And if they still kept the melee slot, 5 gun glitch. Oh man, I would have been making the 5 gun glitch video for YouTube.
Dude, on Citadel Des Morts, I can have a sword in 4 primaries, bro. I'm never running out of ammo.
Wait, wouldn't it be
I
still
love it,
4
man.
weapons though?
Melees can be upgraded as well, can't they?
Yeah, they
that's-
can.
Yeah,
No,
so-
no, you'd have the.
So it'd be
you'd have
4.
4 right away.
Yeah,
You'd
because
have the
Mule
way
Kick
to
would give you a
Mule
3rd
Kick,
gun,
and
but then you have the
But-
melee slot, so it
the
would be
wall
4.
gun
No,
glitch.
It would not be
you
5.
You can do
Why would it be
no,
5?
No. You can get the 3 normal guns, and then when you pick
Mhm.
up a sword, it adds it to your inventory, so you can get 4 guns. So if we get Mule Kick, we can get a 5th. So we have the
I
sword
kind
and
of disagree
4
with
guns.
that, because you can only hold one of those at a time, one melee weapon at a time.
45,000 salvage.
But you wouldn't be spending any
45,000.
salvage or anything on the sword.
Yeah, the sword's fine.
All right, guys.
I think we got all the points across now. Yeah.
think-
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we're calling it.
This
The
is a
2
this
hours.
is a this is a healthy 2-hour episode.
Place then.
It's a very healthy
episode of
2-hour
Wundercast.
episode.
Penguins, otherwise known as Dr. Zombology, you have been great.
Yeah, thanks for coming out. This has
Thank
been
you
a
for,
blast.
Yeah,
thank
no
you for
worries.
joining us.
If you guys ever want me back, I would be happy to join.
That will likely happen.
Very
I'm
likely
sure.
happen. Yep.
Yeah, definitely.
I look forward to hearing your inevitable world's first completion and
Yeah.
all the
Yeah, then we
accolades
gotta
that come
talk
for
about it
it
on the
in
next
DLC
podcast,
too.
yeah.
Absolutely, I
Next
look forward
time.
to it.
Not only
if
because,
me
like, we
and
want
Carp will ever do craziest fucking podcast episode of all time.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it will.
I'm just gonna
Guaranteed.
say, anyone watching, we're better than you. Anyone not watching,
Whoa.
we're also better than you.
Wow. Whoa.
Yeah, well, hey, listen. Literally, no one's gonna be able to say that they beat the Easter egg before us. We'll have that for the rest of our fucking lives.
That is true.
There's only
That's true, but
12
I am
people
the
in
only
world
one who
that can
talks
say,
about how awesome I am in podcasts here. So just don't forget that.
Oh, you have not seen the About 6 egos. You listen, man.
Oh no.
We pull up the raid report. And I go
Oh
fucking
my
crazy.
god. Oh my god. Oh my
I
god.
bet you love the door by statistics.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Penguin. I don't care about your diamond rank. I don't care.
Dude, I don't care about my diamond rank, bro.
I'm just thankful that you're not one of those people who care about red dots. Thank fuck.
Dude, if I gave a shit about red dots, have you seen my last wish?
No, I've not.
I have 60
But I know
players in that raid
motherfuckers who
and,
do,
like,
and they
200 red
make
dots.
me cringe. They actually make me cringe.
I'm gonna head out and go do other things. Good night, everyone.
All
All
right.
right. Thanks for coming out, buddy.
Thanks for
Have a
coming
good
out,
one.
guys.
Bye bye.
See you later.